61 earlier on in the week in their first game. Of course, they were winners. And this evening, he's off with a start, 8.
Yeah, beautiful there from Leonardo. Julian again. Back-to-back boundaries, a wide delivery, and a good shot through the offside. Yeah, so Julian, definitely continuing from where he left off in his last innings. 8 without loss, Glenora. Glenora versus Barataria ball players. Yes, both teams playing their second game. This one is hammered through the offside, high into the night sky. There is protection out there, but he's not going to catch up with it. Another boundary here, all. It's beginning to flow for Julian and Glenora.
Well, with shots like that, 3 consecutive 4s, he seems to be in a no-nonsense mood. And we saw the captain, Kenrick Williams, at the toss saying he was very, very pleased with the pitch. And he's looking at 170-odd runs here this evening. You know, by their standards, I'm sure that's definitely on.
Definitely a good positive start from Glenora. Better delivery from Sween, pushed up, still gonna get a single though, Julian. Yeah, and the Glenora team would have scored the highest so far in the North Zone T20, being 244 against the Combine All-Stars.
Combine All-Stars. I remember looking at that game, the skipper himself getting to 78 runs, a handsome knock indeed. Then we saw him with sort of a slight injury, but he seems to be in excellent condition here this evening, as he's now on strike. Kenrick Williams, a really wonderful guy. 244, massive knock. His fellow partner also getting 50-odd runs. And the conditions here, oh my goodness, just as we're speaking about that, the drizzle is back with us. As this one, he's just leaving it alone outside the line of the off-stump. Sween completes over number 1, and the rain is down. The umpires are still there. It's drizzling. The score 13 without loss at the end of over number 1.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
So we're getting ready for over number 2. The skipper, Darren Wilson, into the attack. Left arm orthodox from the southern end.
And Barataria ball players, good outfit. You know, going on in their first game. They're certainly going to be coming back here this evening, looking to change that.
In fact, it's not left arm orthodox, it's actually medium pace from Darren Wilson. This one is crashed again through the onside from Julian. Another boundary. Yeah.
Oh, Julian is looking an awesome touch. You know, there's a song called Bad Out of Hell. Well, I tell you what, he's looking like certainly coming out here this evening, and he's dealing in 4s. Good start, excellent indeed from this young man. And Glenora off with a bang.
17 without loss it is again. Julian is giving Wilson the charge. Those 2 deep fielders, deep backward square and the sweeper. But when Julian is in this kind of mood, you know, those 2 deep fielders really could just be out of the game because he's hitting the ball so nicely. Always good to see him striking it clean.
Yes, indeed, as he is here once more. Williams. And again, this one seems as it will go. Good stop by that man out there, coming around from a mid-wicket position. Yeah. Only able to get 2. So this is good feeling we're seeing here by the ball player team. That one certainly had boundary written all over it, by that man coming across, just stopping. Excellent indeed. So Williams need to rethink his line, his length. Another one, and what a stop by that man there at point. And look at it, the mannerisms from Julian. He is not in a defensive mood at all. He seems to be attacking from ball one. And this is the pro. Remember, it's the power play overs. And this is what you expect from your openers in this format. Again, he's going. And this one certainly a bit more confident. Still a little inside edge, but it will have the legs to go all the way for another 4. The score races on now to 23, I make it. 24 rather, 24. We into over number 2. Your thoughts, Kadir?
Yeah, good shot again. Showing intent is Julian. A tick inside edge, but it travel all the way for 4 more. He's definitely dealing in boundaries. Is Julian looking to make use of this power play, as you mentioned, role. We've seen some quite sedate innings previously in the power play, but he is certainly in some good nick here.
Here we go again. This one rushed on him. He come forward. But a good having the presence of mind. Just to hold back his length somewhat there is Williams. And not bad at all from him, the score. As we look at the dugout and some eager faces, Nazibullah and the company. Even our good friend, Sion Hacket. That dangerous man and the young guy, the presentation, young guys. This one is up into the midnight sky and lost. I tell you what, if Tanti Merle is in Pity Valley tonight, she's going to be woken up with that one. A massive maximum in just over number 2. And even Williams doesn't even know that the over has come to a close.
Yeah, another big shot again. Sweep, really, a slug sweep from Julian. Good connection all the way out of here. 103 meters over to that leg side boundary. At the end of 2, Glenora 30 without loss. And Glenora starting like a house on fire, 30 without loss after 2 roll. A very, very good start here.
Oh my goodness. Well, even I can feel the hurt there. Wilson, the bowler. Wow. That one really, what timing to perfection. Excellent, exquisite marksmanship there from Julian. Just picking up that one and helping it way over the deep mid-wicket boundary. A maximum, the first maximum of the evening. And if they are to off with this start, I tell you, oh my goodness, maybe we're staring another 200. Are they going to be dealing in 200, this Glenora team?
Exciting stuff. Well, the ball is not yet back in the playing field. Wilson straying on the pads, and what a good shot that was. A good connection, a good meaty part of the bat from Julian. I'm sure that'll make him feel a whole lot better. Well, I think we need a new ball. And I think the match referee, Stephanie Power, she is going to provide some balls, some new balls here. Julian up to 29. Williams yet to get off the mark. So
Very expensive over there by the captain, Wilson. And very interesting. Look at that scorecard. There is Williams just looking at the other end as if to say, oh my goodness, I would just have a look at the highlights. You know, it's probably independence in his mind as he's looking at that fireworks there shown by his partner. But excellent fireworks indeed. Great start in this, the power play over. We're just opening into over number 2 and already 30 runs on the board. With Williams, another dangerous character campaigner yet to get off the mark.
Yeah. Dexter Sween back to bowl his second over. 2 deep fielders again, a man out at deep mid wicket and the other at third man. So apart from them, it's a backward point, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket. and a short fine. So Williams looking to get off the mark here, looking to get that monkey off his back. Sween, it is from the southern end. Williams is down the track, up and over, one bounce into the boundary. What a good way to get off the mark there from Kenroy Williams. Again, the Glenora team looking on the attack.
Well, this Glenora team is certainly, we know them to be attacking players, a well-oiled unit, so to speak, led by the captain, and as he just demonstrated with that shot, coming down, here it is again, and just helping Sween over that vacant widest long off position for 4. All they can do is retrieve. Here is Sween once more.
And this one is pulled away. It's protection. It's going to bounce just in front of the man at deep mid-wicket, so just a single. But from the early goings here, the ball seems to be coming onto the bat nicely. I'm not sure if it's due to that little bit of drizzle that we had just before the start of play, just giving that pitch a nice sheen, and that ball sliding on nicely to the bat. Making use of it is both Julian and Williams.
Well, we saw the pitch report earlier on indicating that, you know, it sort of dried up somewhat, but yes, you're right. The drizzle that we saw a couple of minutes before the start of this game has certainly put a little life, a little bounce, some pep in the step, so to speak, because the ball really coming on. And as a batsman, oh my goodness, even I myself wish I was out there at this time.
Yeah, and this is right up the alley of both Julian and Williams, because they love the ball coming onto the bat. They love the seam-up options. And so far, they're tearing into the seam-up options. So far, 35 without loss. Sween again. And dot delivery. Playing a miss there from Leonardo Julian. He's 29 and he's really entertained us so far. Lovely cameo.
Yes, indeed. This one up close to the bat as the fainted appeal went up, but the umpire not interested. Umpire Ryan Cassie from the southern end, or we call him Mr. Patrick. Oh, he's here this evening. This one is, oh my goodness. Well, I tell you what, Leonardo Julian is just dealing. What a massive hit, as if to pick up that one and dispatched way over the backward square for 6. Wow. And look at the dugout. They are celebrating because this man is certainly on fire. Here he is once more, short ball into it. And he has moved on now to 35. We are into over number 3. The score 41 without loss. And Glenora certainly on fire.
Yeah, again, out of here into the car park of the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. And Leonardo Julian, he is feasting on some short bowling on his fellow teammate, his fellow Queen's Park teammate, Dexter Sween. Of course, these two members are representing the Queen's Park in the T20 festival, so they know each other quite well. And so far, Julian is having the better of the battle.
Oh yes, he certainly is having the better of the encounter. And maybe to just hint to Sween, fast bowling, yes, but line and length, very important. And Sween on this occasion falling victim to not pitching in areas where he would be more comfortable. Again, this one, and it will certainly fall. Not as confident as he had with his previous stroke. 40 with us at this time, but nonetheless, getting another 4. He races on to 39. We are into over number 3.
Yeah, 45 now, giving him the charge again, a short delivery, and it just came off the top edge. Not much control on it, but he'll take it nonetheless. Another boundary. And Julian, he is up to 39. Glenora 45 without loss. Really, really making use of this power play. I think though, Roll, Glenora, the Barataria ball players, yes, they might want to change it up a bit. Just try to get that slow bowler bit of a change of pace.
Well, I'm sure Wilson, the captain, if he could only hear you, I'm sure he's probably thinking, the pace certainly is not working. And again, I really believe, I'm confident that it was due to that little drizzle that came and just add that extra life, that extra bounce. The ball coming on nicely onto the bat. And Julian and even his spectator, and I have to say spectator because Williams is just on fire.
Yeah, 45 without loss it is after 3 overs.
Helmet. 2 leg. 2 leg. Middle. No, 2 leg. 2 man. Middle leg. Short one.
Yeah, so looks to be a bowling change now from the northern end. It is going to be that man, Von Brown. It is. I think he's going to be bowling his off breaks. Rocketing start here, 45, a run rate of 15 runs to the over.
And certainly indeed, well, here is Wilson, and he's just having that discussion with his bowler Brown, as you know, just mentioning to him, great start. Maybe slow up your deliveries, get them outside line of the off stump, maybe just cutting back into the right-hander. The keeper is at the stump, and see if we can effect a wicket in this. But not that's it. The umpire, he's unmoved. Could have sworn I heard it, but the ball just touching down the batsman, playing and missing outside line of the off stump. So certainly Brown with an excellent start.
Yeah, no run again there. A good start. Some sanity brought back here from Von Brown. 2 dot deliveries, not much dots to write home about in the first 3 overs.
Sanity. Indeed, and Kenrick. And now the spinner is just holding back his length. The ball just not coming through as the previous fast bowling. So now they will have to adjust their batting, as you can see. Is the dreaded finger is up, and the captain has to go.
Yeah, a good ball there. Kenroy Williams looking to heave it across on the onside, misses, and that dreaded finger goes up. So the spinner immediately able to get a breakthrough, and it's posed a different challenge for the Glenora batsman this time. Skipper Kenroy Williams for just the 5, 45 for 1. So a bit of joy here for the ball players.
Well, good thinking by the captain, Captain Wilson, and bringing back one of his chumps, so to speak. You know, having that chump card up the sleeve in the form of that man Brown, and Brown just over the wicket, excellent delivery, and Kenrick looking to have a go. Well, he's certainly going to go, but he'll be going back to the pavilion. The new batsman, that man wearing number 16, the big figure. Keon Mason, that's the man.
Keon Mason it is, in at number 3. Yeah, no doubts about that leg before decision. So Williams has come and gone, and now it's Keon Mason here to see what he can do. Of course, we're still in the power play.
Well, you know, I thought that Williams, looking at his fellow compatriot Julian, maybe trying to match him strike for strike, attacking, because the first 2 deliveries he went attacking, and probably would have thought to, you know, maybe just rotate the strike, bring Julian rather on strike. The man seeing and seems to be in ominous form.
Yeah, so Keon Mason, another tossed up delivery, hammered out into the offside. Some good work there from Nephron Lord in the cover region. So no runs yet from this over. Good over. And so far by Von Brown, and Roll, it's already posed a different challenge for the Glenora batsman. Well, we've not seen Leonardo Julian takes strike here too, the slow bowler. That'll be interesting when that happens.
Yes, sir. As this is again, and excellent over. So at the end of over number 4, the score 45 for the loss of 1.
Yeah, swing. Come on. Yeah, right back, yeah, right back. No, long on. Yeah. Stand up. Okay, one more. Step it. Leg. Thank you very much.
So Marlon Phillip, it is to pick up the attack now from the southern end. Another slow bowler, another spinning option for the Barataria ball players. Leonardo Julian on strike. In fact, it's Marlon Phillip. It is not Calvi Alva, it's Marlon Phillip.
And he is going to be around the wicket to the left-handed Julian. And Julian just having a look at his partner, his opening partner there, having to go. And
Keep going, eh?
he's here now with comfortable and able-bodied Mason. So what can young Phillip do? Again, from the southern end. Right arm around the wicket.
Tossed up, and this one is out of here again. Another maximum. Julian again heaving to the leg side and picking up another 6. I think this is about his 4th 6 already. The score goes up to 51 now, bringing up to 50, just inside the 5th over.
Well, this is really, really good going as we're having a look at that Subway, you know, train hard, eat fresh. Well, I'm sure Leonard Julian is certainly training hard and eating fresh because he's eating up those deliveries as if to say it's some wonderful Subway vegetable sandwiches he's getting here, dispatching them way, way over the boundary. There's just have a look at again, training hard and certainly, wow, what a shot by this young man. And he is heading closer and closer to that 50 mark.
He is looking ominous. This one again is up in the air. No one back there. And I think it's just landed over the boundary. In fact, just inside for the signal there from umpire Cassie. So Julian, back-to-back boundaries.
With that, I think he's raced on to 49. Just one shy of his 50 mark. Bring him up to 50 for his team in this over. And Glenora, wow, they are on. Phillip need to just rethink his plan. There it is again. A bit too short on this occasion. And that man, Julian. Here he is again. This one having the confidence, realizing the keeper is up, but he's so full of confidence, he's actually just chipping down 2 steps. And the 50, with that single, his 50 comes up. Excellent indeed. Leonardo Julian, 50, and his 2nd consecutive 50 in this North Zone T20. And there it is again. Excellent shots, getting to that 50. Some beautiful cover drive. This one, thick outside edge, but well-played shot.
Good so far.
Beautiful onto the onside, that drive that time. Again, through mid-wicket. Lofty blows here. Here's Mason crashing, thick outside edge. Through that vacant slip cordon, and that's another 4. And Mason, he's off. He's opened his account. He's on with a 4.
Yeah, again, wide delivery. And Mason throwing his hands at it, getting it in the gap. Picking up another boundary. Runs continue to flow. And for Glenora, 60 for 1. Still 1 delivery to come. Already 15 conceded in the over here from Marlon Phillip. Can he finish off with a dot delivery? So he does finish with a dot. At the end of 5, it's 60 for 1.
That brings us to the end of over number 5, ladies and gentlemen. Glenora to 60. Just 1 wicket. Our batsmen at the crease today now. Julian knocked out on 50. We hit him on Eason.
Middle?
Yeah. Leg. Thank you very much.
Oh, so it's a wonderful evening here at the Digger Martin Regional Complex. As I say, welcome to the hot seat, so to speak. Our friend, we saw him earlier on with the pitch report. A pleasant evening to you, Mr. Pear. And wow, welcome to the Julian show.
Really impressive knock there by the young man. He's on 50 already from 60 hit that his team has scored. When he got to 50, his team was only on 55. So a high percentage of the runs coming off the bat of Julian. He has followed up his 68 in the first game with a fantastic 50. He'll be looking to get to 100 the way he's going though.
Certainly indeed. And this one is Brown from the Mario Belcon end. That occasion, bowling to Julian. As I say, welcome to our good friend again. Just to join the commentary, Mr. Abbas, welcome.
Yeah, a bit of a double change there. Risa Abbas joining commentary, of course. Roll will take up house duties.
Thank you very much for the welcome, gentlemen.
Yes. Well, it's been a lightning start here by the Glenora team. Yeah, Risa, that's it, the correct pronunciation?
Zahir.
Zahir, sorry, Zahir. Why Risa is sticking in my brain.
They named me after a famous Pakistani cricketer. I got everything but the talent.
Well, there's a shot there by Julian, and he gets another 4 runs there.
Now this reminds me of Leonardo Julian as I know him. Good, no nonsense at the crease, always looking to score from every opportunity.
Yeah, the last innings he started a bit slowly and then got into things. Well, he was no need to rush that time because his batting opening partner, Ken Roy Williams, was going guns.
Boy, better. Good reply.
There's a good delivery there by Vaughan Brown, just forcing a defensive shot. A dot ball, it's premium in this game thus far.
Dot balls are a rare commodity indeed tonight for Barataria.
He's down the track. He was almost halfway down the track. Had he been given out, the whole stadium would have been surprised.
That is either wishful thinking or crazy appealing.
I think the first appeal would have shocked everyone, but the continued appeal is what we would have been taken aback with. There's a bit of a full toss. Just pushed up the outside of the track.
Glenora looking well on pace to eclipse their score from their first game, where they finished on about 244 in their 20 overs.
243. Very impressive knock that was. So Williams today, though, he didn't get much. Out for just 5. He would be disappointed.
Let's see what young Mason has to offer. Oh, that's powerfully hit down to the cover boundary for 4 by Mason.
Yeah, it was more poor feeling there by the man in the inner circle. And with that 4, we've come to the end of the 6 over. At the end of 6 overs, 67 for 1. Glenora batting first.
Batsman, enter the power play. Success.
Welcome back here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex as the power play is over. Done and dusted. 71 for 1 at the end of the power play. Zaid, your thoughts?
Well, anytime you can finish a power play scoring at over 11 runs and over, you've done your job in the first 6 overs. Now the field can spread. We are seeing long on, long off, man on the deep mid-wicket boundary. We have protection on the offside as well. Well, Julian being left-handed, that would be a man at mid-wicket, a man at backwards square. We have protection out on the cover boundary.
We see the bowler. It's not Vialva bowling there. In fact, it's short, not a man move. He was pretty close to the ball, but the sweeper would just go to retrieve the man at cover. He was frozen to the spot. That was Vialva.
Leonardo Julian put something extra on that shot through the covers, and as we discussed earlier, Gordon, there are some shots, and those drives through the covers being one of them, and left-handers seem to pull off so much better than right-handed batsmen.
Yeah, that one just short there. Philip, he's been all over the shop for me. He's not gotten his length right. There's full toss using his feet. Powered out to the long off region.
Looks like the weather has cleared up. We seem to be getting a slight case of the drizzle earlier on in the evening before the toss. But thankfully, that doesn't seem to be a factor anymore.
Yeah, it seemed to have blown away. Of course, we're in the valley here, the Diego Martin Valley. We'll continue after this delivery. Just pushing out into the offside there, Mason. They'll jog through for 1. Yes, so we have the northern range, you know, coming from the eastern side, the northeastern side where the rain comes from, and they have to, the clouds are pushed up, so they normally deposit a lot of rain in this area. You'd notice that the ground, without a full-time ground staff, it's a picture.
That's another shot by Julian that races away to the third man boundary.
So that was short, wide. He just freeing his arms. It flew off the edge, but it was an educated edge. Look at it here again.
Julian is looking a safe bet to notch the 2nd century of this tournament. First one being scored by Ernil Ryan for combined All-Stars, although they fell just short in their run chase a couple nights ago.
Yeah, well, it wasn't a losing effort. Julian would not want his to be in any sort of losing fashion. It's poured out into the deep. Doing the fielding is Mr. Ramdullah, Matthias Ramdullah.
If you take a look at both team lineups tonight, Gordon, we have some powerful hitters on both lineups. This should be a very entertaining game indeed, and so far it hasn't disappointed.
Well, the Glenora team, they've proven already in this tournament that they can score runs. The top scorers thus far with 243. So at the end of over number 7, Glenora, after winning the toss and deciding to bat first, they 82 for 1. Vialva, a change at the northern end. It's Carl Vialva who takes up the attack from the northern end here. He's going to be entered Julian. Julian reversing the hand. It's in the air. It's going around. Oh, it's a beautiful effort out there. Can he save 4 runs? It was a great effort out in the field. Thereby, Kelvish John, he ran around. Got his hand straight. He would be disappointed that he didn't hold on, but excellent work out there in the deep by John.
Good power off the reverse sweep as well.
More reverse hit than a sweep. So a bit of a chance there. We'll call it a half chance. Look at it here. He reversed the grip. He got a good shot in. John did a lot of hard work. Look at him reversing the grip as well. Just banging it over the cover region. One bounce into the fence for 4. Julian, he races on here. He's into the 70s.
Julian, the type of mood he's in tonight, he's not a batsman you want to give a life to, Gordon.
Yeah, you know, John, you see him at the bottom of the picture, just hands akimbo. Doyle is not happy. Julian is not happy. He's pushed off the field there by Sween. He throws his bat in disgust. Really, we love to see that replay. Umpire Doyle. But Julian, I think he's going to have to regain his composure. Very emotional response. There was a bit of, it looked like a bit of bat. Definitely unlucky to be given out. We understand the emotion. He must control it there. But he had set himself for 100 here. You can see he's disappointed.
Waiting to see if we get the replay up. Here it comes.
Yeah, it came off the back of his hand. Look at it. Oh. We'd love to see that again. He's taking up. We'll want to see it one more time. It hit the back of the pad. I saw that for sure, but not quite sure if there's any bat involved. If there's no bat involved, it's close.
Coming into the wicket, number 55, Sion Hacket. While all of that is going on, Hacket is making his way to the crease. Gordon, your guess is as good as mine, but I think that hit something on the way through.
Yeah, hit the bat and came off the bat and then into the pad. Unlucky decision. A lot was going on. There was claims of stumped out as well. So he's out here. For a well-played 71. That's Dole. And so it was well played 71. In fact, his 50 coming up in 19 balls, just short of the mark set by Nicholas Sukhdev Singh, who made it in 18 balls.
So with the fall of that wicket, Glenora is going to have to reset mentally. Let's see the approach that Hacket is going to take. Mason at the other end has looked steady. Hacket showed some fine touch in his earlier game for Glenora as well.
Yeah, he got to 50, but he bat through the gears. He started playing straight, playing forward. He had no need to rush, really, because the batters around him were going guns. Today, a totally different aspect, but he's off the mark immediately.
Using that long reach to play that one out into the covers. Full stretch.
So this game, having a bit of it all. It had a firepower at the top with Julian. The early wicket as well over Williams. And now some drama and controversy with the wicket of Julian. Mason, they're just back and cutting it out into the offside field. He's looked solid, quietly. You know, Keon Mason. As we've come to the end of the 8 over. At the end of 8 overs, Glenora, after winning the toss, decided to bat their 90 for 2.
Right back. Arms right, I'm over. Yeah.
Well, welcome back here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. If you're just joining us, Glenora, they're up against the Barataria ball players team, and after 8 overs, they're 90 for 2. We have a bowling change at the southern end. So Terran Hadbin, he bowled quite well. Terran Hadbin, he in his first game, he's in here. So to a poor start, going down the leg side there. Signal wide by umpire Ryan Cassie.
Now, you know, Gordon, we don't like to see players lose their cool on the field of play. You have to remember that this is the gentleman's game. We expect high standards of conduct. However, we know in the moment, emotion gets the best of us. What was your recipe when you were a player dealing with calls that didn't go your way?
I am the wrong person. There we see Williams there. He wouldn't be glad with the display. No, will he be glad with the decision? We've got some news though from the Mason turns.
Ballon! Back up!
Good fielding out in the deep there. Just keeping it down to 1 run. The news from the match referee's box is that he's gotten a 1-match ban for that display. Justice, as they say, must be served and served quickly. So the initial response barring appeal or further investigation, it's a 1-match ban for Leonardo Julian.
As much as Glenora would not like to lose him for a game, I think that their all-round depth will be able to handle it.
It's going to be a blow, of course, but he's already scored 2 half-centuries for them in back-to-back games, so his quality and what he brings to the table is not in question. But you got to make sure, ensure that discipline and the virtues of sport is maintained. Again, there's no one who would have more sympathy for Julian than myself. For those who know me know I play the game as I live, with my emotions on my sleeve. But you got to ensure that you maintain control of yourself in situations like that.
Definitely, Gordon, most definitely. This ball, Hacket is just playing it to mid-off, quick single. Mason safely into his ground, 1 more to the total. The total moves on to 93.
Yeah, good over here by Habit. He's coming there with 2 new batters, 2 relatively new batters at the crease. And he's definitely continued to stem the flow of runs. Remember, they were after a flyer. 71 for 1 after the 6 over.
As the ball player skipper picks up the ball in the cover region, limiting the batsman just to 1 more run.
Yeah, so they'll be happy that they've been able to pull things back within the last couple of overs, getting the wicket of the on fire man, Leonardo Julian. Good work there by Habin. So that brings the 9th over turn end. At the end of it, Glenora 94 for 2.
Here we see Villalba back to start the 10th over. Mason playing it neatly off his legs into the onside.
So the boundaries are definitely dried up for the Glenora team, but they're going at a fair rate of knots at this point. Just over 10 runs and over. So at that rate, they'll reach over 200. So no need to rush here. These two batters just consolidated. Hacket starting the same way he started his first innings in this competition.
You look down this Glenora list, there's a lot of experience on the team. But I must say, they have one of the youngest players in the tournament. Number 78, Zakaria Mohammed, only 14 years old.
This is going to be a great experience for him here.
Definitely. The young man attends the Presentation College in Chaguanas, playing both under 14 and under 16. Captain of the under 14 team.
Get it.
Well, hey, if you go into South this year, they may just question who is the Presentation College, because it was Presentation College South who definitely reigned supreme in school cricket.
Well, Chaguanas boys are charitable. We'll give them this year.
1-1. 20 Matas.
Mason plays that one out to general mid-wicket area for another single. Zakaria has already scored over 400 runs for the season for Presentation Chaguanas. He's led the school's under 14 team to the Central Zone title. So very bright future ahead for the young man.
Yeah, congratulations to him. As we see Julian here, he's in the stands, he's watching the game. And if he can hear us, I want to tell him, young man, do not worry. In the game, some goes for you, some go against you. You got to take it in stride. And if you want to view us and not on the television screen, so we've come to the end of the 10th over here. At the end of 10, it's Glenora after winning the toss and deciding to say about their 98 for 2. We're going to the break. When we come back, we're going to have more action after the Blue Waters water break.
So we're back live at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. It's Glenora at the break, the drinks break, 98 for 2, as we have some of the highlights from the first 10 overs. It started with a bang from Leonardo Julian. He really pummeled the bowling to all parts of the ground. Dexter Sween getting, here we see Wilson tugged through the onside. Julian again, another one off the tickish inside edge, but again going for 4. And this one was swept out of the ground. 102 meters. Again, Dexter Sween. This time it was Williams who got a boundary. And this was another big hit into the car park. Another one off the bat of Julian. And then Vaughn picked up the wicket of the captain, Kenroy Williams, for just 5. At that stage, it was 45 on 1 in the 4th over. And Julian continued to play big shots, continued to find the boundary. Again, At this time, Marlon Phillip on a quick 50 there from Julian, coming up in just 19 balls. This one was swept down the leg side for another 4. Brown again. This was Mason, Keon Mason, cutting away nicely for 4. Julian again through the offside. Philip the bowler again, thickish edge, running short. And then Villalba, he was into the attack, and this one was a reverse hit. And Julian dropped there by Kevis John. You see getting a good piece of it. Again down the track, over the top. And then this happened. Villalba, Julian looking to go for another big hit. This time, unlucky decision for Julian. He made 71. He was not happy with the decision. He was disgusted. He really need to be calmed down there, Dexter Sween. But Roll Burke is alongside Roll, a very entertaining / interesting first 10 overs. It's had everything in it.
Oh, well, I tell you what, yeah, you know, here is the place to be. This is the place to be, ladies and gentlemen. It's the North Zone T20 Tournament 2023 right here at the Digger Martin Regional Complex, and all the excitement is here. I tell you, you don't have to go to any movies. Look at it right here as we get ready for over number 11, and we saw everything in that first half. Julian, excellent 50. Some great runs, 98 for 2. I tell you, if they are to continue in this vein, the pair of Hacket and Mason, you may see another 200 from this Glenora outfit. And Barataria ball players, well, they would just have to, you know, settle down and see as best as they can do to help restrict this run rate at 9.8.
Haben. Another single one off for Cian Hacket, who is just... he's just getting into his innings. You know, he's not rushed at all. He's finding the middle of the bat. He's just on 5, 99 for 2. Not a bad first over though from Teron Haben, who was able to just contain both Hackett and Mason.
Well, I thought both batsmen doing the sensible thing and just, you know, after the quick wickets, just consolidating, you know, picking up the ones, rotating the strike, and just continuing that well-set platform by Julian, where they can come in now and just project from this second half of the inning and really aim for 200+ runs.
Yeah, well, Mason, he's looked solid this time, coming off the outside edge, but he's going to get a single in the backward point area, and the 100 comes up, 100 for 2. It is, yes, Mason and Hackett really just consolidating nicely, keeping the scoreboard ticking over, and what a bright prospect, Cian Hackett. Very good all-round cricketer. In very early here, in at number 4 for the Glenora team, and he can bat.
Certainly he can, as this one is up in the air and just back past the bowler for a lofted blow for another 4. And just as you alluded, he can bat, and what a way to demonstrate his batsmanship here. He moves on to 19. Look at it again, straight back past that man Harbin. And the fielders, long on and long off, just have to look at each other and say, what a shot. Yeah. 104 now for the loss of 2. We into the 11th over.
Yeah. Continuing with a healthy run rate, above 10s to the over for the Glenora team. And of course, projected to get just over that 200 mark if they continue along with this run rate. I'm sure they will want to save some of the firepower for the back end in the last 5 overs and really launch with a platform.
And this one, a gentle push. The bowler just losing his footing. Couldn't stop the single, and Hackett, he moves on to, I make it 10. His non-striker. Mason, he's on 15. As the penultimate over has been bowled in over number 11.
I've been just 7 from the over so far. Good one. This one is a short delivery and hammered through the leg side. Gonna go Signal out there is 6. Yes, 6 it is. What a way to finish the 11th over for Keon Mason and Glenora. It's 1-1-1 for 2 after 11.
Takes the score to 111. Lost 2 wickets. Sion Hacket not out on 10. Keon Mason with that maximum moving to 21.
So it's Nelson, 1-1-1 for 2 after 11. A good start continued here by Mason and Hackett. Entertaining stuff for all.
Oh, certainly entertaining indeed. An effervescent start, if you may. Wonderful indeed, as we say. Top of the evening to all. Just coming out and, you know, at the regional complex to see some exciting cricket. And the platform certainly been given no disappointments at all thus far from the Glenora outfit. The captain, Williams, very confident at the toss. And his team are really coming up and showing their true grit. 111 in over number 11. This is excellent going here. Ball players need to settle down. They would need to rethink their plan, their bowling strategy to these two well-set batsmen if they are to contain or if they were to try and chase anything under 200.
It looks as though the Glenora team had some of their Subway before this game. Of course, Subway, one of our many sponsors here in the North Zone T20. Subway, Blue Waters, Stamina Energy, KFC, Vemco, and a whole host of others that has made this possible.
Perrier, Sunshine Snacks, GMMB, as we see.
Alva, this one is height away.
Come on, Matthias. No.
Just a single.
Rifle that through and sensibly looking for the two was Hackett, but Mason not interested.
Alva here, back for his second over. All the meanwhile, Keon Mason has sold it on to 21. Solid knock so far. He's going to get another single.
Good stop there and that field position there by the captain of the Barataria ball players team. The field placing, there's a man at a deeper square leg on the boundary, a man at mid wicket, long on, long off, a man at extra cover, short cover, point, and mid on. Villalva bowling to the right-handed Hackett. Comfortably back and just plays to the offside. Easy single.
Yeah, good start here from Villalva. Just 2 singles coming from it.
Villalva again. Remember, Glenora won the toss and chose to bat first. As this one, oh, put down. There was Villalva right there. Excellent, following through and unfortunate, a bit too quick. Maybe just coming back to him and not anticipating. And Hackett gets a life. Hackett remains on 11.
Hackett lives to fight another day.
Hey!
Ah, a bit of a misfield again.
Go out.
Hackett wants 2, and Mason is coming through safely in the end. So Villalva there with a missed opportunity. Hard hands there from Carl Villalva. Not a man you would want to be putting down is Sion Hackett. It's already cost them 2.
Certainly indeed, hard hands. And you know, the reverse cup on that stage as the bowler, you tend to, it's such a quick reflex that's very difficult. So as over number 12 comes to a close, the score 116 for the loss of 2.
16 for the loss of 2 wickets.
One. Batsman bowler change. Bowler coming right hand over.
Bowling change at the southern end.
Kevis John, the new bowler from the southern end. 12 overs gone, 113 for 2, 116 for 2. So Hacket, he is 14. Mason is 22, the batsman to go. Kenroy Williams was the first to go. He went for 5 with LBW, bowl Vaughan Brown. Leonardo Julian for 71, LBW, bowl Carl Vialva. This one is in the gap, greeted John with a boundary. Hacket continues to bat well.
Oh yes, John, the new bowler there from the southern end. And Hacket realizing now it's the time. The platform has already been set. It's the perfect opportunity for them now to continue to just escalate and maybe inch ever so close to that 150. And then with the final 5 overs, the platform laid, anything can happen. 120 for the loss of 2. We into over number 13.
Yeah. This one is a short delivery, pulled away. Gonna get to 1 for the throw, but a slight misfield in the deep. And seizing on every opportunity to score is Hacket. So continue to soldier on, continue to take over the scoreboard here. Glenora well on course for over 200 at this stage. Roll.
Oh, certainly indeed. That run rate just over 11 runs. And this is very good going. You know, Hacket, you saw him there, the drop in the previous over, but he continued to soldier on. He now moves on to 21. His partner on 22 not out. And I'm sure both of them will be looking to inch ever so close to that mark. We're in over number 13. John the Bull already conceding some 7 runs from just 3 deliveries. Mason just adjusting his gloves. Here is set. It's this one, he's just rocking on the back foot, cutting, and only able to get 1.
Yeah, good work there from Matthias Ramdullah in the deep. So, Roll, some disappointing news for the Mary Boy Sports Club as they were involved in a game earlier this afternoon, coming up against the Marching Patriots in the T20, a quarterfinal in the Premier 2 division. And the Mary Boys falling to an agonizing 18-run defeat at the hands of the Patriots.
Oh, agony indeed. I saw our friend Mario Belcon. He was at a loss for words. We tried to reach him for comment, but sadly, you know, his team going down. Even young Ned, Jarrell Ned. But Ned seems to be struggling. This is his 3rd inning and only able to get single figures. Ned is a young guy, and I know he will be back. You know, sometimes you may go through a bad patch. But nevertheless, congratulations to that marching team. We are back here. 124 for 2. A rare dot ball. So at the end of over number 13, the Glenora team are 124 for the loss of 2.
Hey, boy, your TV and your fantasy. One gentleman. One gentleman. Oh, where's this up?
It's 124 for 2 at the end of 13 overs. Remember, this is action in the North Zone T20, game number 7, day number 7. Barataria ball players up against Glenora.
Yours.
Glenora winning the toss, choosing to bat first. And what a good decision it was at the toss from skipper Kenroy Williams, choosing to have first strike. And the batsmen really making good use of the opportunity to have first strike.
Oh, certainly indeed. And Villalba into his 4th over. And he will want to end this spell, maybe taking a wicket or so. Oh, that man feeling at mid on a consecutive misfield. And with that one, Hacket sails on to 25 now. Just not going down on that need, you know, getting the body behind it, the ball just beating him. And even that man at a wide-ish mid-wicket.
Yeah, finding the gap there, but it really was some poor feeling by Neferon Lord in the mid-wicket region. Should have just been a dot delivery.
And you can see Villalba is not happy at all. Kadiri is not happy.
Yeah, really elementary, you know, but not executed there by Lord. So Villalba into his final over. Previous over putting down Sion Hacket. And it's already proving to cost the Barataria ball players. Villalba again. This one is up and over, and it's going all the way for a flat 6 from Hacket. He is now beginning to change gears. He is up to 31. Glenora 135 for 2.
Well, he's showing his true exploits here now. He's showing I am the man, you know, noted on this team, coming one down. And look at it again. Lovely shot. Just pitching up a bit too much and helping his hand over that long off field. Villalba being dispatched for maximum here in this over number 14. And Hacket really looking in fine form now. Ominous stuff. And 135 for the loss of 2. Well, I tell you what, the platform now is certainly set. And I can just see these men anticipating that 200 mark.
Yeah, still a bit of power to come. I see Jesse Rowland. He is still to come. So yeah, definitely laying a perfect platform here. We see Stephanie Power. And she is just bringing out that box of spear balls. So we've seen her make her way out a number of times today, this evening. Those balls sailing over the boundary at regularity.
And not just sailing, but they're not even coming back, you know. It's difficult to retrieve those deliveries. I tell you what, it was the Leonardo Julian show earlier on. Well, now it's the Hacket show. And ominous stuff. Good stuff here by Glenora outfit. Barataria ball players looking a bit jaded in the outfield. You know, hands akimbo, so to speak. Some of them don't seem to be, you know, but it's not over till it's over. We saw that team Combine All-Stars going down at a game they had. They were sailing at one stage. They were off. They were already in the air. And some reason they were back down on the runway and losing that game, as this one is high again. This time, good work on the boundary. But coming back for 2, someone will be in trouble. And I tell you, Mason, well, he anticipated that he could have gotten back there for 2. But I tell you what, at the turn, you could have seen that he would have had some struggles. But that fielder, the man wearing a number 1 on his back, Excellent work by Ramdullah, and rifle throw on the stump, and Vialva executing that run out. Here we are once more. Good work we see there. Hacket. And there was Ramdullah. And look at that throw. Excellent indeed. And Mason is not even in the screen. And he had to go. He is a gunner. Well, I thought he took off there more like a Shelley and Fraser Price rather than Usain Bolt, because he was found wanting. Good knock by the young man still. He went for 24. And with that, the new batsman, number 10, that man, Nazibullah. And I'm sure the skipper, the outfield, the dugout would have told him, continue.
Yeah, I don't think 2 was on there. It wasn't as though they weren't picking up the runs. Hackett is just eager to get back on strike. And Keon Mason was found short of his ground. So he has made a well played 24, consolidated well, looks solid in his short stay. But he has come and gone now. And it's Nasibullah, the new man. And I heard he's a bit of a powerful player. See how he goes. Hackett, though, he would have to take this one right down to the 20th over.
Yes, Hackett being now the set batsman. You know, Nasibullah would probably have to come in, maybe see 1 or 2, get his eyes in, feed the field, and certainly Hackett is set. And now I'm sure they're going to be paying for that drop catch, because that's a maximum hit there by Hackett. He takes him on to 38 into over number 14. And we know the capability at the end of over number 14, the score 148, 142 for the loss of 2.
So 17 runs on a wicket from the final over from Calvi Alpha. Of course, Keon Mason going run out in that over. A good one for the Glenora team as Kevis John is continuing from the southern end. This time Nasibullah is edging and he is out caught. First delivery. Nasibullah looking to go over the offside. Just manages a thick outside edge and the man at short third man completes the catch. That's...
Oh, what a catch indeed. And realizing that, you know, we're into over number 14, looking to continue that aggressive batting. But I thought he would have been more wise into settle down and maybe see a few. He has to go. It's called the Golden Duck, first ball duck by Nazibullah. I'm sure maybe he has some bus-up shot and so on that he can take care of that with. But it's the new batsman, that man wearing number 125. And he is the man, Jesse Rowland. Well, he has a famous name from that man, Jesse, Westerner, and Rowland.
Yeah, Jesse Rowland now in the 15th over. So some just the Barataria ball players are just beginning to, you know, string some dot deliveries, getting 2 quick wickets, that of Mason and now Nasibullah. So it's up to Jesse Rowland, and the role has become more important now for Sian Hackett, as he definitely now, with those 2 quick wickets, he would definitely have to carry his bat.
Oh, certainly indeed, and he would try to, you know, carry it all the way, as we see John for this one. And this one, in this case, just getting over that man, short third man for 4. And Rowland off with a 40-meter stroke. Not in full control. Thick outside edge found. The score sails to 146 for the loss of 4. We're into over number 15. And yes, indeed, Kadir, Hackett being the set batsman, the senior batsman, a confident right-handed batsman. And I'm sure once he's still there, definitely the 200 is on Glenora.
Well, a bit of a field change. The man has now gone back to third man. Mid-wicket has come inside. This one is into the offside and just a single. Yeah, no thoughts of two. A good show again there from that man, Ramdullah. He is showing to have a good arm. Rifling those throws from the deep. Always a good sign. And Kevish John picking up a wicket there. Just 5 runs coming in the over so far. Hacket though, he is on strike. And that man has come inside that deep mid-wicket. Hacket, bit of a strange ploy to have that man inside the circle.
Well, let's see what John can do. And a rifling shot there. Or just over that man head at short cover. Another 4. And Hacket continues to prouse on this wayward bowling here from John and the Barataria Balls Stars team. And there is again a short ball asking to be hit and given the treatment it deserves. 4 more runs. 42 now not out is Hacket, and 151 for 4. We are into over number 15. Your thoughts, Kadir?
Yeah, Hacket continues to make the Barataria ball players pay for that drop chance. He was dropped on 11. He is now on to 42. So it's already reaping reward, that drop catch. And I'm sure the ball players will be ruining that chance. This time John is wide and a dot, a red dot, as a roll would say. 151 for 4. 1 delivery to come in over number 15.
Yes, brings up the 150 mark. And, you know, Roland now just need to partner with Hacket. Nothing rash. Give Hacket the authority in ascendancy now is Glenora. Good stop out there.
Over.
So at the end of over number 15, Glenora are 151 for the loss of 4.
Glenora agrees that they are 150 by the end of the 50 over. Score is 100.
Go fast, go fast. Huh? Late, man, late.
Theo Hackett not out for 43. Jesse Roland for 5.
So as we're back at the end of over number 15, I welcome back fellow commentator and our good friend Gordon Pear.
Yes, thanks, Roll. As the Glenora team, they've continued to bat well, on course for another 200+ score here. The key today, though, will be Sion Hacket. He's on 43 not out. He's batted through the gears. He starts textbook style. He sees you, plays you in the V, and then as he go along, he begins to get expansive. Very expansive he can get because he can cross the boundary a lot when he bats. But it's going to be a bowling change. Vaughan Brown, who's going to be returning to the northern end. The Mario Balcon, unofficial. Don't tell them that I officially told you that. The Mario Balcon end.
There you go, fellas. There you go. There you go.
Vaughan Brown looks to continue here.
And yes, indeed, Hacket, that man, confident striker of the ball, playing all shots. A 360 player. And now at this stage, I'm sure but he still needs to focus. He needs to settle as this one rushed onto him. Taken on the boot. Coming through for 2. Will be in some trouble. Sween has the ball. And good running on the part of Hacket and Roland.
Yeah, very quick between the wicket this pair. Hacket, he's lightning fast. He lost his partner, Mason, to the run-out route.
Yes, Hacket, those long limbs. He's 6'4", as this one. He's looking to have a go just outside line of the off stump. Good take and dragging off the bails as a wicket keeper. But he's well grounded, that back foot. And umpire Cassie just ensuring that the bails are back on and secured. So it's 154 for the loss of 4. Hacket the man on 45 not out, and his partner, Roland. Getting a short ball. He's very watchful. I like this young man. I've seen him very confident. He doesn't really play any rash shots. Nothing wild. He tends to play with a straight bat as often as he can.
He's very competent at this level. There's a big shot. Two fielders running around. Sween just getting around there. Getting the big engine behind the ball. Picks it up and gets the return in. Vaughan Brown, he's been very good for his team. He got the early breakthrough.
Yes, he got that, man. Williams, the captain.
Yeah, got the captain, a very important wicket. But that's gone all the way. They can only watch as he was in the slot. It has to be hit, and Hacket responded. That brings up his 50. What a way to bring up his 50 here. The dugout approves. Beautiful batting there by Ian Hacket.
Oh, beautiful batting indeed. Long arms, long limbs, long forward, and just helping that ball wide over deep mid-wicket for 6. A lovely 50, a welcome 50 at this time for his team, and showing his ability with the bat, his seniority, just having the presence of mind to just settle down, you know, because we saw him playing 2 deliveries that could have been dispatched, and coming forward at this stage, very good batting.
Powerful shot. They'll only get 1, and that finishes off the 16th over. At the end of 16, Glenora, after choosing to bat first, they're 162 for 4.
16.
At the end of over number 16, the Glenora total stands on 163. Easy on Hacket, not out on 54. Jesse Roller, 5.
Well, Hacket, he has batted beautifully, and we have some of the highlights here of this innings.
Oh, lovely shots just in that occasion. Played straight back. Mason on this time getting a 6. But look at Hacket on the go, on driving this time. Beautiful through the mid-wicket region. Patching Vialva for a straight back 6 over his head. And this time, long handle. Another handsome shot. Beautiful indeed. And this one brought up the 50. Massive indeed. Oh, into the car park there. Wow. Simon Hacket, take a bow, young man. Excellent indeed. Simon Hacket, 54. Yes, here we are. As this one, a great shot again. That man, number 11, is having a tough night. He continues to spray, I would say, deliveries. We saw him at the cover point, misfielding on 2 occasions. And I guess, you know, they say the ball team to follow those players on this occasion.
Yeah, Isaiah Kane, he's been very poor in the field. He's not fielded well. He's not backed up his bowlers. As we see Sween, Dexter Sween returning to the southern end. Yeah, he was roughed up by his fellow Queen's Park teammate, Leonardo Julian, early on. And his other Queen's Park teammate here, Sion Hacket, taking a liking to him.
Well, they're certainly taking a liking to him. And that man, Hacket, he is certainly on fire now. 6 runs with that. He races on to 64. There he goes again. And those balls right into slot.
Yeah, I'm very disappointed with the bowling of Dexter Sween there. He's coming off a very good game in the T20 festival for Queen's Park versus, I think it was Central Sports, yeah, where he got a couple wickets and Queen's Park with a huge victory. So I was very excited to see him here tonight. I thought it would be an interesting battle, him up against his fellow Queen's Park Kites. Of course, they are on the opposite side of the battle lines tonight, but they're all guest players. Leonardo, Julian, who scored his 50 early on, he's with the Glenora team, together with Hacket and Dexter Sween here, just bowling for the Barataria ball players. Earlier on, though, he's been roughed up by Julian, and Hacket now adding injury to insult, also taking the big fast bowler to pieces.
Well, I'm sure when they're back together for their home team, Queen's Park, they may have a laugh, but I'm sure the batsman is going to have the last laugh, and Sween, he may just have a smile. But it's Hacket, it's a different tournament, and as you say, they're against each other on the battlefield this evening. And this one is played onto the onside. There is protection down there. Will they come back for two? No. Roland is saying he's not interested with that Hacket. With that single, Hacket moves on to 64. Glenora, 174 for 4. The wickets falling. Mason, he went via the run-out route. Williams, comprehensively. The dreaded finger went up there, LBW. He went up for 5 off the bowling of Villalba. And then
off the bowling of Brown.
Brown, rather.
Julian went off the bowling of Villalba. LBW, a decision that was very hard. Big inside edge on the replay.
This one outside the line of the off stump. Quick delivery there from Sween. 17 overs being bowled here. Just shy, 25 runs shy of that 200 mark.
It's Roland who's facing up against Sween. Sween is going to finish off this over strongly. He's already been conceded 12 in this over.
And he ends the over with a short ball. So at the end of 17, Glenora batting first, a 174 for the loss of 4.
That brings us to the end of over number 17, ladies and gentlemen. Glenora have moved on to 175 for the loss of 4 wickets.
So as we begin the 18th over here, Glenora 175 for 4 roll. Do you think they're going to pass 200 or 210?
Looking at the bowling from the Barataria ball players, you know, the confidence doesn't seem to be there. I know Brown and Harbin and company are trying, but even though they bowl well, you know, there are still some challenges in the outfield, you know, some poor bit of work. So I comfortably would say 210, especially with that man Hacket still there at the end.
Well, I'm going even further. In this last 3 overs, I'm going to say that good-looking shot. The man is outside. Get how it goes through him. Brown is definitely not happy.
Oh yes, Brown is livid out there because he got behind it. He did all his homework properly. Unfortunately, his homework was incorrect because he got it all wrong at the end. And there it is again. He was behind it, but I tell you, he got the basics wrong. 179 now. Over number 4. That man Hacket continues to pounce on those really rash deliveries. On that occasion was a poor bit of work, but a good shot nonetheless.
Yeah, you used his feet, got to the pitch, drove it powerfully. Yeah, straight to the man at cover.
Yep, that's the captain. Good stop, certainly saving 2 runs there, as that one could have gone all the way.
Good half stop there by Wilson. As you see, The bowler there, Brown, saying good effort there, Spidey, the nickname of the skipper Wilson. Flicked off the legs.
There's a simple flick.
Straight to big Dexter Sween.
And Hacket continues to soldier on here as he is into the 70s now.
Yeah, joint top score with Julian at present. Roland here, if he has the script or the memos, he's just supposed to rotate the strike. But he doesn't get a memo. Looking for the big shot, not middling it.
That one a bit high on the bat.
Yeah, it was a full toss though. He had permission to go for it, not middling it. But in the end, the script being followed, get the man on the go, back in strike.
On strike. Well, you know, that shot, I'm not sure I'm happy with that shot with a man set on 72,
Well,
you know.
a bye, so I think he's still on 71. It was a bye.
71, so yes, the umpire signal, so he is still on 71. You know, I would think you're an orthodox right-hander, you know, comfortably batting, you're set. Why would you choose to go with that reverse shot? Don't understand it.
Well, you know, these modern batters, they've got all kinds of innovations. The reverse sweep, tail scoop. This one peels off the edge, but it's going to fall safely. It's going to run pretty close to the boundary. Kane can make up here. He does well.
Yes, good stop.
So Isaiah Kane doing some good work out in the deep. So there we had the shot. So off the edge. It careened off the edge. And in fact, it wasn't Isaiah. Well, it's the end of the over number 18. It's 186 for 4.
So, yes, indeed, we are into the penultimate over now. The set man, that man, dropped on 11. And by Villalba, he's still there. He's now on 72. Sween for his final over.
Good delivery, though, to start it. And we have to give our apologies to Isaiah Kane. He's home sleeping in his bed. In fact, the player who's wearing the number 11 jersey for today is Nephron Lord, and chasing together with Zeddy Lord, probably relatives.
Yes, indeed.
What we could say is, Lordy, they've not been good in the field.
Oh, yes. Another good delivery. And Sween in his fourth and final over now generating some pace. We're seeing him after being treated in his previous over, coming back now really strong.
Well, he's
against
changed.
his teammate.
He's changed the angle. He's done something different.
Yes, he's coming around the wicket now.
Yeah, he's coming around the wicket. He's pitching it on the pads. Looking a bit improved here. This one going down the leg side, beats the keeper and goes into the boundary for 4. 4 by signals the umpire. Lucky not to be called a wide, as you see Hacket questioning whether it should be wides. You decide at home. It was down the leg side. The batter had moved around the crease though, but definitely I think that was wide. Unless you would have deemed that had the batter stayed, it would have crashed into his pads.
Well, umpire Cassie there.
Yeah, he's an excellent umpire. I think the best we've seen for the whole tournament. And that's a beautiful straight drive. Bang! It's gone all the way for 6. Using his feet to the fast bowler.
And I tell you, even the cameraman out there had to take cover because it's the Hacket show. He races on now to 78. And with that 6, Glenora, 196, just 4 shy of that 200 mark. And I'm sure skipper Williams, who asked for 170, is going to be very happy with this score thus far.
They're treating Dexter Sween like he's a spin bowler.
This one is down the leg side, and at this occasion, the umpire not afraid to extend the arms. Wide. And
he uses his feet.
And here it is now in slow motion. Just timing to perfection. As if to say, you know what, I want some KFC after, because that one was heading for the KFC side. One of our sponsors in this year's tournament. Thank you so very much, KFC and others. This one is short, high, peeling outside the outside edge, and a really poor bit of work down there in the outfield. Well, maybe they were looking at the shot rather than trying to field the ball. The score, the 200 is up in over. Number 19, look at it again. That one
flew off the edge, down the leg side. Harbin went across, and he wasn't even close to it really. So they continue to leak runs here. The Barataria ball players team. Glenora brings up their 200.
Consecutive 200 and their outfit they're showing this year. This Glenora team, Williams and company, wonderful indeed.
So Hacket 18 away from 100. Can he get it with 7 legal deliveries left? So he's up in the air. The man running in. He gets there and he puts it down. And will it run into the boundary?
Well, he came in. I thought that he came in running a bit too fast. I know it's up in the midnight sky and you can lose it with this lighting. But nonetheless, at the end of over number 19, Glenora are 202 for the loss of 4.
Hacket going across and having a conversation with umpire Ryan Cassie. The cutoff point time may just be getting down on them. He should know that. He would be wanting as that ball just coming off the edge. Poor fielding there by Marlon Phillip.
Well, we're into the 20th over. We're here at the North Zone T20 tournament 2023. And thanks to all of our sponsors, as we see. Wilson. Captain bowling to Hacket. Hacket doesn't want the single. He's probably looking to end it off in boundaries.
Well, he will want to get to his 100. He's 17th away. So that will be the game within the game. He fancies his chances against Wilson.
This one is a comfortable drive. He's asking Roland for 2, but Roland says, I'm happy with that one. Let me have a chance. 83, 202 for 4. Just 1 legal ball bowled.
2 legal balls bowled.
2 rather.
First one went out.
Apologies, yes.
Sween.
Yes, indeed.
It's a full toss. He just whips it off the hip. It goes for 4. It's a no ball as well, a free hit.
So Jesse is saying to his partner, you don't worry, I've got it all under control.
But I think things being under control was never in doubt. I think what was interesting would have been Hacket getting to his 100. He's on 88.
As we saw Ryan getting to 100 for his combined All-Stars team just the other evening in a losing effort. But what a 100 indeed that was.
Yeah, well played 100 there. 40 plus deliveries. Wilson. It's a free hit here.
Yeah, he goes.
Drive him out. They're only going to take one.
And Hacket. Well, he has 2 legal deliveries left.
Three legal deliveries.
Right, 3 legal deliveries left. So he has a chance, but he's going to have to get 3 maximums if he's to do the needful and get to that 100.
Bowled him.
Yes.
Oh, so this is a stump.
Stumping, yes. Still there.
Powerful stumping there by the wicketkeeper, knocking out the whole stump. Looking at it live, you thought that he was bowled. So yes, 2 deliveries left. And this one just reversed sweep for 4.
Well, he has been trying that shot all evening. And this time, finally, he's made contact. Well, that'll take him close. Confident and comfortable stroke on this occasion. And it's almost looking like batting practice now for Glenora, Hacket and company. 213 for 4 as the 20th over. Let's see this delivery. Oh, my goodness.
This is another, I think it would be another no ball.
Well. Can you explain that to me,
Well,
Mr. Pierre?
From what I saw, it looked like a no ball, so he was looking for the free hit. But there was no signal by the umpire. So that brings the end of the 20 overs. At the end of it, Glenora, after winning the toss and deciding to bat, they're 214 for 4. Hacket, I think he got 89 as the 2 batters just walk off the field. Hacket, an excellent innings by him. He remains not out. Jesse Rowland with him. We've got some of the highlights of an electric innings by Glenora.
Oh, and an electric innings indeed as we started the current flowing there with Julian. Lofted shot. I was wondering what type of amperage and wattage he was using because the ball was sailing all ends of the boundary. There was Wilson being dispatched for another 4. And he continued with total dismay, even getting to 50. A massive shot there over a wideish long on. Even Sween came in there for some with his partner Kenrick Wilson. But Julian just continued to hammer them all ends up. Williams, the captain, he went off the bowling of that man, Brown, but it was the Julian show. He never stopped. He continued, long off, long on, all ends, and that brought up his 50 off of just 19 deliveries. Excellent indeed by that man. This one helping it on its way behind square for another 4. But Mason came in, and an able-bodied partner, Mason, continued to show that he has his strokes. Julian again. It was the Julian show, and getting to that knock of 71. This one had a chance, but put down in the outfield.
Yeah, the reverse sweep there by Julian. And then he played shots all around the wicket. And this was a dismissal. The inside edge Look at it there again, but he was given out by the only man who decision mattered. Out LBW, he did not like it, but he had to go. He went for a well-played 71. Dreaded finger going up. He was not pleased. He will find himself suspended for a game for that.
Oh, yes, indeed. I've had my moments like that at times, but all the youngsters, as this one is played straight back, another lofted blow. Hacket came in, and Hacket continued the damage. He continued the carnage. He continued to flow, and the lofted blows. He helped himself against a lovely 50. This man, Sion Hacket, wonderful talent. And Mason found himself short at the non-striker end. He went for just 24, but this good batting we see continued here. Nasbilla came in, and he really didn't trouble the scorer. Good catch on this occasion there. But it is that man, Sion Hacket, continuing to pounce on all ends and pummel the bowling. That one went into the car park.
Yeah, well, Hacket following up his 50 in the first match with another 50. He was especially severe on Dexter Sweet, his Queen's Park teammate, hitting him to all ends of the ground. Brown came in and he tried to stop the flow, but he was not helped by his fielders out in the deep. Roland joined Hacket, and they added a little impetus at the end. In the end, though, it was the Glenora team here getting to 214 runs for 4 at the end of their 20 overs. So it's going to be a big uphill battle for the Barataria ball players. They'll need to get to 215 to win this one. We're going to the break. When we come back, we'll have more action right here.
So tonight's hamper for the fun of the match has been sponsored by Sunshine Snacks. And let's have a round of applause for young Sergio Halls. His face definitely lit up when he saw the snacks. Thank you very much, Sergio and Miss Amara Felix Toussaint. Ladies and gentlemen, the Barataria ball players are just about ready to begin their run chase, going after 214 for victory in tonight's encounter. We take this opportunity to remind you of tomorrow's double header right here at the Diego Martin Sports Complex. At 2 p.m., it's going to be Police versus Shannon. And at 6:30 p.m., Pole 9 versus Santa Cruz.
And welcome back to the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. Game number 7, day number 7, Glenora versus Barataria ball players. Glenora winning the toss, choosing to bat first, have amassed 214 for 4 when they batted off their 20 overs. Thanks to some fireworks from Leonardo Julian with 71. And right at the back end, Sion Hacket, 89 not out. Propelling them up to 214 for 4. I am Qadri Mohammed alongside Roll Burke. Roll, what a good effort there in the first half by the Glenora team.
Oh, a marvelous effort. And Kenrick Williams, very happy. Kenroy Williams at the toss. He asked for 170 odd. Well, he has gotten another double 100 here. His first game getting to 244, and this evening 213. Excellent indeed. On the back of Sion Hacket. Wonderful knock from that young man getting to 89. He looked as at one stage he was going for the 100, but then realizing, you know, the dots were coming and playing the sensible inning, rotating the strike with Jesse Rowland and getting his team over that 200 mark. Excellent. Well, I tell you what, Barataria ball players, I know they are a good outfit, wonderful talent, but this team, Glenora, Sion Hacket, and he looks like he's going to be opening the bowling from the northern end. Yes, indeed. So he had the bat, and now he's been given the ball. We call him the double B man. And the new batsman, it's going to be Dexter Sween and Zeddy Lord. I tell you, they're really going to be up against it because that run rate is just about 10.25, 10.2 or thereabouts runs per over if they are to win this one.
Yeah, they're going to be really up against it from the start, both Dexter Sween and Zeddy Lord, but immediately signaling their intentions, the Barataria ball players sending out Dexter Sween, the big hitting all-rounder, right at the top of the order in a aid that he can really make use of this power play. These first 6 overs really crucial, you know, in getting up to that 214 if they are to get to that 4 victory. So Sion Hacket with the brand new cherry in his hand. He's just about getting ready for the start of play. The field, one slip, a third man, a backward point, man sweeping, cover, mid-off, mid-on, a mid-wicket, and a square leg.
Well, yes, indeed, a fast bowler, Sion Hacket, and Z-Lord Sween. We know the capability of Sween and Lord. I would imagine once they get onto that type of start they're looking for, you know, just maintaining that run rate just over 10 runs per over, especially in the power play, setting the platform this game. Folks, we'll have a game on here this evening.
Yeah, I know the Barataria ball players, they are going to go hard. They are definitely going to give this a shot. But the power play, though, for the Glenora team when they batted was so vitally important. Getting to 71 for 1 at the end of their 6 overs. Really setting that platform for them to get to that 214.
Well, here is Hacket. Bowling to Sween. Sween starts, and Hacket starts with a wide. What a way to open the account. An extra. And with every extra, it's another ball, another delivery.
Yeah, gonna have to reload that one. Sion Hacket. What a budding all-rounder he is. Right at the top here with his new ball exploits. Bowling to a man that he knows pretty well. Outside off stump again, this time inside the line, legal delivery. And the player is there from Dexter Sween.
Oh yes, certainly partners playing there with the Queen's Park outfit. Tonight they're at opposite ends against each other. As we say, pleasant evening to all of our sponsors, Super Farm, JMMB, Subway, Stamina Energy Drink, and all these wonderful companies. Thank you to Corporate TNT as this one just helped into cover. Coming back for 2, we'll have to hurry his Sween, but a poor throw there, not as accurate as he would like. That man in the extra cover boundary. And the score, 3 without loss. We're into over number 1. Sween is off the mark.
Yeah, first runs off the bat for Barataria. Field remains the same. And sweeping on the man at third man. This one is guided out into the backward point area. Some good fielding, can't get a run.
And yes, on this occasion, much better line delivery by Hacket. As we see, the towel is out. Indication that there is some dew. I'm sure this Barataria ball players will be happy with that type of dew on the ball. And this one is outside the line of the off stump again. Just having a look at the umpire is Sween, but umpire Doyle is just saying, dot ball, get back to your mark, young man.
Yeah, see on Hacket, just back of a length. No pitched up delivery so far in this over. So he is just looking to hit the pitch into the surface. This one is a bit fuller, but keeping a bit low. There, luckily, was not lined on the stumps.
And we're seeing a little bit of swing. That one just leaving the right-hander. Not by much, but Sween will have to be careful just hanging that bat out there. He could have gotten a little edge into the keeper. The ball not carrying through as he would like. So the penultimate ball in over number 1. Remember, Barataria ball players needing 214 for victory.
215.
215? 215 for victory. Hacket. Again outside the line of the off stump. No type of footwork there from Sween. Brings the over to a close at the end of over number 1. Barataria are 3 without loss.
So 3 without loss after the first over. Kenroy Williams, he's looking to pick up the attack from the southern end.
Yes, indeed. The captain himself didn't really do much with the bat this evening. He went for a poultry 5, but he's here with the ball, and we know his exploits with the ball. This evening he is bowling from the southern end.
Yeah.
So spin is on offer.
Yeah.
Early on into the inning of Barataria ball players.
Yeah, immediately going for that spinner from leg spinner. This one is a short delivery. Lord is not getting all of it. Enough though just to pick up a single. And you see that young man. Yeah,
That's
of course.
the Mohammed batting sensation there from Central. I think he attends the Presentation College. And off to his right is the senior man wearing number 2, that man, Mr. Patrick. Will he have a bowl this evening?
Yeah. Well, I'll tell you what though, the young man is in the hot spot because he is in a backward point. The most high traffic area in the power play. It's always really a difficult field, a difficult place to field. Williams. pitched up and single on offer there for Sween. So not really finding the boundaries early on here. The Barataria ball players just doing it in singles at the moment. 5 without loss it is.
Credit to the bowling of Williams. Very stingy with his deliveries.
Yeah, difficult though for a leg spinner to open the bowling, of course. A wrist spinner. This one just slides across Lord. Yeah, it's difficult to the leg spinner to open the bowling, that to grip that new ball. It's not going to turn much, but you know, it's always a difficult art, the wrist spinner as compared to the finger spinner.
Yes, indeed. This one is made contact, is Lord. And will it have the legs to reach the boundary? No. It's back. But comfortably, couldn't stop the 2 runs. The batsman, Lord, is off the mark now. The score 5 without loss. We're into actually Lord is on 7 rather without loss. Lord, he is on 3. Williams, the bowler, bowling to Lord again.
So it's a short delivery. Again, not proper contact, so just a single. So far, so good for the Glenoras. 8 without loss. Kenroy Williams, captain, opening the batting and the bowling.
He's a very fortunate campaigner. He's actually wonderful talent. I think he hails out of the region of Jamaica. Yes, he's excellent cricketer. Good to have him here with us, and he's leading this Glenora team.
No.
Here's Mohammed feeling from that backward point. So at the end of over number 2, Barataria ball players are 8 without loss.
That's right though.
Stay on top of hard line back ahead. Kind of back line. Yeah, watch. Center. Good man. And deep point, right? And yeah, the deep point.
So at the end, at the start of the 3rd over, Barataria ball players 8 without loss. CD8 start from them. See on Hacket to continue.
Yes, I thought that, you know, coming into this inning, realizing a run rate of just over 10 runs, that they would have been going. But some good bowling, good disciplined bowling here from this Barataria ball players team. Only able to limit, good bowling from Glenora rather, limiting the Barataria ball players to just 8 runs thus far. Remember, it's the power play, 6 overs, and you would want to maximize with just the 2 fielders and the outfield. On this occasion, for the left-handed Lord, as we see some of our friends there in the stands. Some long faces, he struck plumb, and the dreaded finger goes up, and Lord, he has to go. Umpire Doyle, on this occasion, not afraid to give the dismissal.
Yeah.
Lord doesn't look happy though. He doesn't seem to be quite confident with that.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he's not happy about, because he was just beaten for pace there by Hacket. Got on to him before he could get that bat down in time. So I don't think it would have come off any part of the bat. And he seemed to be in front, right in front. So Barataria ball players, not a good start from them. They lose their first wicket. 8 runs on the board. Sion Hacket striking there for the Glenora. Not a happy Zeddy Lord. And not the ideal start that the ball players would have wanted.
Well, I wonder if he stayed there and probably suggesting with his body language, maybe height. But looking at it, you know, he was struck plumb. And there it is again. Oh, yes, he is a goner. He is, if he's not a goner, he's maybe a mat. But certainly, he has to go. I wonder what he was asking the umpire about there. Hacket, getting his man. Hacket, a really wonderful talent. This guy, a solid future ahead of him once he remains fit and continues to play this wonderful game. So, the new batsman, K. John, he's sporting the number 4, Kevis John. And as he takes his mark, takes his guard. Just a relaxed evening, not a bad crowd. As we see, all the babies in arms are out. Oh my goodness, little baby there and maybe her guardian. Oh, and smiles. Oh my goodness, we say thank you to all of our sponsors. All the little girls are out.
What a delivery there. Really squaring up there, Cabbage John. Came in with the angle and then just left John. Oh, what a good delivery from Sion Hacket. It's and that run rate now roll has gone to just above 12 to the over. It started at 10s and it's just continued to go up with every passing dot delivery. I tell you what, it's going to take a huge effort here.
Well, I tell you what, if they are to climb, they would probably have to ask Tenzing Norgay to return. Tenzing Norgay being the very first, one of the first guys out there to climb Mount Everest back in the day. And it's very difficult getting uphill here. We have maybe El Takuch or more El Cerro de la Ripo, as we see another mummy and some babies in arms there, just having a look, always smiling. Good to have the mummies out. Belated Mother's Day greetings to all the mummies throughout TNT, the region, the rest of the world. Hacket continuing to do the needful here for his team. Doesn't seem to be flustered in any ways, this man Hacket. He just runs up balls and pitches a good line and length.
Yeah, another player miss there from Kevis John. He had to lay bat on ball. And so far, 4 dot deliveries, 3 dot deliveries and a wicket in this over. Inspirational over from Hacket and the Glenora as they continue to squeeze this ball players team again. 2 deep fielders out at third man and the sweeper. Slip in play as well. Kenroy Williams is there.
And this one, these batsmen really under some challenge here because Hacket and this Glenora team restricting them with every delivery.
Yeah, that man Tenzing Norgay to hike up Mount Everest. A wonderful thing for him. This one is outside the off stump. Hacket is going up, but no bat involved. A made one from Sion Hacket at the end of 3 overs. The ball players in reply to 215, 8 for 1.
So it's continued cricketing action here. The captain in his second over from the southern end. And the anticipation is building because Barataria ball players, the run rate now inching to that 12.5 mark. This one is hammered high, lofted blow. And just as I mentioned that the man Sween showing the long levers and helping that ball off of Williams there for a lofted floor. Kadir?
Yeah, just staying leg side of that delivery and accessing the offside. A good shot there from Sween as he gets his first boundary. Ball players get their first boundary. 7 is next to Sween. Kenroy Williams, leg break bowler this time. Down the leg side, came off the pad. It's running down to the fine leg boundary. Pulled back inside by that man there, Williams. Just a single leg by signal from umpire Cassie.
Well, even the birds are out, and he's probably wondering, Tenzing Norgay, why aren't they speaking about me? You know, I'm here having a look at this exciting T20 North Zone tournament.
You know what I like about the North Zone? The families are out, the young ones, the experienced ones. Not the old ones though, I was corrected by Gordon Pierre, the experienced ones. Last night we see some monkeys, and tonight we're even seeing the parrots. They have come out to enjoy the action.
Oh, yes, indeed. So we are into over number 4. Still in the power play overs. Williams. And this one is outside the line of the off stump. And John is not off the mark as yet. He's having a go. And Williams just dragging that one a bit wide. Forcing John to, you know, play that one outside the line of the off stump. Playing and missing. No change to the score, 13 for 1. This one, he's playing on the back foot and cutting. And look at that young man. Good stop by that man at backward point. Young Mohammed. Excellent stop indeed.
Yeah, I was just saying he was in a hotspot area, but he's showing why. They have full confidence in him. That was a good stop. Showing no fear to that very hard white ball. Good stuff indeed, John. In fact, it's Sween who's getting a single. So the good start from the Glenora team continue at the end of 4 overs. Ball players 14 for 1.
At the end of 4 overs, Barataria ball players have progressed to 15 for a loss of 1 wicket.
So it's 15 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. And the action continues here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. It's day number 7, game number 7. Some really fantastic stuff, some really good cricketing on show. 215 was set by the Glenora. And the ball players are really struggling at 15 for 1. Rolberg, they need some boundaries, they need some big hits from somewhere.
Well, from somewhere indeed. I don't know if maybe they can ask JMMB to assist them with some form of finance. How can they help? At this stage, maybe they need some stamina, energy, because they need it. At this stage, I recall Glenora were 45. They were 45 for the loss of 1. So they are really behind the 8 ball. They are 15 for 1 is Barataria ball players. With that, here comes the new man, Mason. And he's going to be from the northern end. This one seems to have just peeled off of an inside edge. And yes, it's gone all the way to the boundary for 4. Happy with that. It's a 40 with a stroke. But Sween ain't going to mind those. He's moved on to 12. The score now 19.
Yeah.
Yes, and even through the legs of the keeper, who's at the stumps.
Yeah, wicketkeeper Julian right up to the stumps for the medium pace of Mason. Wouldn't really call that a chance. Difficult. This one is hit over the top, over the cover region. This one is going all the way for 4. Another good shot there from Sweden. A bit of wit on offer, able to free the arms and back-to-back boundaries for the ball players.
So I'm sure that Kenrick would be, you know, just hinting to Mason a bit too much wit on offer. Runs are really beginning to flow now. Sween, he's getting into his own. He is now 16. Not out. 23 for the loss of 1. We into the 5th over. This one is hammered back past everyone. And what a lovely shot there by that man. It's the Sween show.
Yeah, another man move. Power on show here from Dexter Sween. Drilled in between the long off and the mid-on fielder. Yeah. John had to get out of the way. Powerfully struck. So 3 consecutive boundaries for Dexter Sween. He moves up to 20. This one again, he's looking to force down the ground. Can't get a single though. 27 for 1.
Yes, so he's probably telling himself, you know what, I've already gotten 3 boundaries. I'm going to continue. We are behind the run rate and we need to accelerate. Realizing that Mason is struggling with his length.
Lovely. Yeah, Mason.
So he's come back with another dot. This is not bad at all from this man Mason. Probably now warmed and into his stride. As we see some of the supporters coming out every evening and giving that support to this wonderful cricket. North Zone T20. Mason again. And this one is gone out of the park. Sween. And what an over this is turning out to be for the Barataria ball players. Getting some 18 runs at the end of it as a score. 33 for the loss of 1.
Taking a bowling attack for Glenora from Southern End. Number 182, Stefan.
Next side, Mason. Next side. Batsman bowler chase. Stay by that man. Bowler coming. That one. Bowler coming right hand over.
Yeah, so Stefan Bisoun, new bowler from the southern end. Oh, off spinner, slow through the air, beating John. Kevish John though, he's been there for some time. He is just on 1. He is yet to really lay bat on ball.
Yeah, as we saw the supporters of the Barataria ball players. As this one is out of the park. Well, just as you said it, Bisoun has been dispatched out of the ground here by Kevis John. And what a blow to start over number 6.
Yeah, again a tossed up delivery. And John goes straight, goes long, goes high, goes big. And it goes out of here. So another one that has exited the sporting complex. I think we're going to have to get a new ball. This one may have just gone in to someone's property.
Well, you know, looking at the constituents around here, the neighbors, they're probably saying so many balls out over their yard as the ball seems to have come back from some big hitting here we've seen tonight. Remember the likes of Julian, Hacket, and now we're seeing Sween and John. So this game is on, people. Hold on to your seats. This game is on. Maybe you can get your little KFC or maybe some sunshine snack, maybe a little pack of some nice snack. Yes, indeed. We also say thanks to Subway, KFC, Blue Waters, NLCB. Thank you all very much. 39 for 1. You're not missing much. The ball was dispatched. Some of the fielders getting a little refreshment. Kadir, so now that the run rate has, you know, sort of picked up, what are your thoughts in the end of, well, over number 6?
Yeah, well, I think they need to keep needs to keep coming from the ball players. That's the sort of total. You really just have to keep going. You really don't want to get no quiet overs again. Again, this one is tossed up, and again it's going out of here. This one may have just gone even further. 101 meters from Kevis John. Back-to-back sixes, and the ball players, they're now beginning to get their groove on.
Oh yes, they have certainly begun to get some spunk into the dugout. As we saw them there, some of the guys on their feet, and they're just saying, "Go, John, go. Once you get it, you never forget it. Go, John, go." He races on to 13 now after struggling somewhat. The score 45. So he's dealing in sixes. But I would have thought that after that over, that 18 runs came, the Mason over, 18 runs coming off of that over, I thought that maybe they could have gone for pace at this end. But Williams having the confidence to bring Bissoon. We saw him really roughed up in his previous game. Well, he's back, and the treatment continues.
Yeah, I think those two deep fielders, if he is going to bowl those tossed up deliveries, maybe he should have long on and long off back. Well, the two deep fielders are long on and the other are deep mid wicket. So let's see how he's going to respond here. This time it's a flatter delivery. It's drilled into that middle area. Some good feeling by Nasibullah.
Oh yes, I ranked him high, and you know, in my view, that's the jaunty roads on the team, if I may. Wonderful fielder is that Nasibullah, not afraid to put in the dives when needed. As this one cut, and some poor bit of work there by Hacket. Rare misfield. Takes the score on now to 46. And over number 6 as we come to the end of the power play. Bissoon. Sween. Oh, and this ball has just got right back into that man. And Sween is continuing to have a look at Bissoon. Bissoon is getting the last laugh. Saw him ill-treated by John in his previous deliveries. But Sween goes at the end of over number 6, 46 for the loss of 2.
Pressure there now on all.
Coming into the wicket for Barataria, all players, number 2, Jeremy.
Just in time to see the wicket of Sween. Here it is again, that man, Bissoon, just about 5 feet 7 inches. That one not getting up the off spinner, and Sween has to go.
It kept down, but it also span back in. Your spinner there, getting that one that's spinning, and it kept low. And he was bowled. A very crucial wicket there. Sween had just begun to get his momentum going, was now getting the score to begin to really get some momentum as the Barataria ball players, they're 46 for 2 after 6 overs. The new batter is Jeremy Arahu, another one of those guest players. He'll have to bring his experience here as I welcome back Mr. Abbas. Zaid, I think I got it right this time.
Oh, most definitely you did, Gordon.
Right.
Great to be back. What did you think of that delivery that took that wicket?
It kept low. It was one of the few deliveries that really didn't get up. The tall man having the unlucky effort, being the lucky person to deal with that one, because that one kept along the ground, shot along the ground, and it also cut back in as well, span back in the off break, going from off to leg. But it's going to be Mason to continue. He was put under the cosh earlier on. Huh?
Not a good first over by Mason at all.
Circle. Wait, did the power play finish?
Went for 18 runs in his first over.
Yeah, well, he's going to be bowling to Kevish John. John on 14. He had 2 powerful sixes when he was batting. The dot ball.
Better line and length from Mason.
You have to make back up because the run rate there. And there is called wide by the umpire.
You ball.
Mason in the last game, he started slowly as well and then got into his job.
Just loses his rhythm on that bowling action sometime. Pulling the bowling arm a little too much to the left.
You tell me. Man, pick up the ball.
Well, they got a single. And it's Jeremy Arahu. The guest players throughout this tournament has been very good for their respective teams, especially the Glenora team. So the Barataria ball players team, they'll want their guest players to come to the party tonight.
Stop it, all right.
That's a lovely
Well
shot.
ball, Mason. Well ball.
Well played down to long on by Arahu. And I see our good friend Mr. Dan and Patrick wearing number 2 out in the field in the covers.
Yeah, they told him to get rid of that manager jersey and get a jersey with a number.
Keeper.
Good work out in the outfield there by, it looks like Bassoon. So that brings up the 50.
Richard Sukram, number 47.
Good work by Sukram. That brings up the 50 for Barataria ball players, 50 for 2. Down to long on.
Leave it.
Interested to see if that took a piece of Kevis John with it as it went past.
I love it.
Almost sure it connected the base of his shoe.
He has the opportunity there to connect. So dealing in singles, the Glenora team will not mind that. So at the end of 7 overs, the Barataria ball players looking to get to 215 to win their 52 for 2.
So here comes Bissoon to bowl his second over of the night. 8th of the innings in total. Skipper showing good faith in the young man.
He's gotten the breakthrough Very important wicket it was. Dexter Sween, just as he was looking to really get on the attack. So the skipper just repaying his good deeds. A bit of karma, if you ask me.
I remember Dexter Sween, the first time I saw him as a player, he was at Barataria South Secondary.
Oh, well, that's my alma mater, one of them.
Right ball, right ball.
So Mr. Wales would have taught him there, because Mr. Wales was there since my time. Gregory Wales, the vice chairman of the North Zone here. And it's a big offer. Good fielding out in the deep by the skipper, Williams.
Williams' extra height coming in helpful for him on the long on boundary.
So Jeremy Arahu, he doesn't have much time to settle when you're chasing 215. So let's look at how he's going to be dealing with Bassoon here.
Not out, not out.
Bassoon definitely looking a lot more comfortable in his second over.
Yeah, he's found his length as well as his line. A bit more confident. Pushing the ball through though. And it's down the throat of Mason there. Keon Mason out on the square boundary. The ball, it was up in the air a while. It was a well-judged catch. Yeah, he settled himself, took the catch easily. And Jeremy Arahu goes. Barataria ball players lose their third wicket. There it was. Really was down his throat, as they say. The reverse cup, well taken. He celebrates. Glenora, they seem to be making this look very easy here at the Digobatin Sporting Complex.
New batsman for the Barataria ball players, number 10, Vaughan Brown. Mason didn't have to move far at all for that one. As you said, Gordon, just a little shimmy to his left and it's almost down his throat. Good catch.
Arahu Wilson, sorry, not Arahu Wilson. Jeremy Arahu, poor tournament continues. Here, he's not come alive for the Barataria ball players team. But Vaughan Brown here, he strides to the wicket. Confident stride.
Bassoon picking up his second wicket in his second over of the night. The young man rebounding well from those back-to-back maximums that Kevis John hit him for.
Yeah, definitely. He shows some resilience. He's got 2 more deliveries in this over. And Brown just turning it off the legs.
Love that, I love that, love that.
They're able to get off the mark.
But I guess in the T20 format, Gordon, you really don't have time to dwell on what happened in your previous over because your spell can be over in a blink of an eye.
You don't even dwell on what happened in the previous ball in T20. In T20, every delivery is an event, and not only an event in terms of your figures, but in terms of the game. A game can change with 2-3 deliveries. You get hit for 3 sixes in a row, and bang, the run rate is down, and bam, the next team is back in the game. So you have to finish strong. He cuts and cuts well. It beats the 2 fielders. Good work there, putting in the slider. And he's helped out by the young Mohammed. So young Mohammed combining with another young player to do the fielding. That was Farhan, Jonathan Farhan.
Good strong throw by Zakaria Mohammed.
So at the end of 7 overs, Barataria ball players there 56 for 3.
Get it out.
Midland leg. Middle.
So Mason is going to be continuing the attack from the northern end for the Glenora team.
Yes, Mason continuing the attack, but just now we had the pictures of Wason, Ian Wason, the coach, the player coach of the Glenora team.
Wason, a self-professed Manchester City fan.
So it's up in the air.
Mason, Russian man.
Job safe.
Wasn't sure Manchester City had any real fans.
Well, you and I know that if you're over the age of 25 and you're a Man City fan, you're really not a fan, you're a bandwagonist. A large bandwagon. They have formed a powerful team, well coached by a man who's going to go down as a legendary coach, Pep Guardiola.
Nice it.
I'm going to reserve my comments on Pep Guardiola. All I will say, it's amazing what $2 billion can get you in football.
One.
Good work there by the skipper, Williams. And I have to disagree with you. Initially I had that thought of Pep, but he's not done it in one place. He's done it in Barcelona, Bayern Munich, and now at Man City.
One.
Pushed out onto the onside, looking to get a quick single.
Mason still attacking the legs of the batsman.
Yeah, he's come back well, and he has done that in all the games so far. His opening over has been loose, and then he's been able to get into his job. He normally bowls 4 on a trot. That's how his skipper uses him. So he's come back well. Thus far, the Glenora team, they're looking like they want to climb to the top of the standings if they get a back-to-back victory here tonight.
Hit it.
Roland there, Jesse Roland. Just patrolling there in the inner circle on the onside. Glenora wouldn't mind giving up those singles.
I think Glenora has been one of the more impressive teams in the tournament. They, together with the police unit.
It's up in the air. Williams. They'll only get one. And that's the end of the 9th over. At the end of it, Barataria ball players trying to get to 215 to win their 61 for 3.
This power water break at the end of this over.
Speaking about police, Gordon, the lawmen are going to be back in action tomorrow when they face off against Shannon Sports Club at 2 p.m.
Well, that one promises to be a cracker. Both teams unbeaten thus far, winning in contrasting fashions. As Bassoon is going to continue, Stefan Bassoon. Oh. Patrick doing some good work there in the outfield.
Come on, Dio, rub that hand. It's yours. You're going to feel that in the morning.
John just turning that one around. They jog through for a single. It seems though that Barataria have accepted a defeat in this one. They seem to have given up the ghost.
Maybe they're just going to take the time to reassess at the drinks break. The drinks break takes place at the end of this over. Have an idea of what they need to get.
So it's up in the air. It clears the field on the offside. 6 good-looking runs there by Brown. So just when I'm saying that they seem to have given up the ghost, just saying no, they are alive and fighting, the Barataria team.
Mr. Brown definitely does not agree with your assessment, Mr. Gordon.
No, he made me a liar there, because there's life still in the Barataria ball players camp.
Oh, get, ball, hit it. Oh.
Good work there by Bisoun. Not able to stop the single.
This is my first time seeing this young man play. Bisoun, first time in this tournament. The tournament being the first time I've been exposed to him. He seems to be a decent player all round.
Yeah, some of the nice young talent on display in the North Zone. This one just whipped off the legs by John. Brown running through, doing the correct thing, running the first one harder, putting pressure on the fielder. Some of the very basics we just don't see cricketers nowadays following.
Especially in the short format, everybody seems to want to hit every ball to the boundary.
But just like this over has already gone for 10 runs. This one is up in the air. Mohammed takes the safe catch. Broncos at the cusp of 10 overs. Brown goes. Bisoun gets another wicket. So Barataria ball players, they slide further into trouble. They're 71 for 4. As we have some of the earlier highlights in this innings. As the Barataria ball players, they started a bit slowly, but then it was John who took a liking to Bisoun. Hit him for 2 sixes in that over, but then Bisoun had the last laugh. Bowling swing there with one that kept low and span back. Swing continued to bowl well, and this time he had a Rahu caught by Mason. And just before the Blue Waters drinks break, it was Brown to go up in the air. Well judged catch by young Mohammed. So at the end of 10 overs, the Barataria ball players team, they've slid to 71 for 4 after 10. We're going to the Blue Waters drinks break. We'll have more action when we come back.
So welcome back to the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. At the halfway stage, Barataria in pursuit of 215 for a victory. They are 71 for 4, just losing the wicket of Vaughan Brown right before the Blue Waters drinks break. Marlon Phillip is the new batsman. He is going to be joining Kevis John, who is 23. 71 for 4. Roll alongside Roll, a bit of a difficult position here for the ball players team at this time.
Well, yes, indeed, a very difficult position, and you know, I thought that Brown, that shot wasn't called for. You know, realizing with just one legal delivery left just before the halfway mark, probably could have come out, get his refreshments, and gone back and continue his onslaught. But he had to go. Bissoon, the man getting that wicket. And now, 71 for 4. Barataria ball players continue to struggle here. The new batsman, M. Phillip and John, he's on 23. It's a new bowler also, Ferron. He is operating from that northern end as John just gets that single. And the score now eases on to 72 for the loss of 4. And I would have thought that, you know, at this stage, realizing 215, very difficult asking, and they just need to calm things down and rethink their game plan, so to speak. And John and Phillip, they really have a challenge against them at this time. Kadir?
Yeah, definitely. It's 143 required from 59 deliveries at a run rate of just over 14 runs to the over. So difficult to ask for any new batter to come in at this stage and just try to go berserk from ball 1. Difficult task. Jonathan Ferron, the new bowler. Just 2 singles for him so far.
He is again at this one. Good stop here by that man. Feeling on that British mid-on position. Ferron. But look at the Glenora team. They are all riled up and ready to go, raring to go. This one is hit high, it's going long, and it's into that hands of that man Mason of the boundary. Wicket number 5 goes, and the peril continues here for Barataria ball players. Struggle after struggle, they continue to fight from one to the next. Oh my goodness, Kadir, your thoughts?
Yeah, Kevis John, the latest batsman to lose his wicket. Jonathan Ferron, yeah, looking to go, had to go. No real other option for John. And that man again, Keon Mason, with another safe catch right on the boundary's edge. And it's 73 now for 5. And Barataria ball players in all sorts of trouble here at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex.
Well, certainly, because now the middle order is exposed, and they have a very long tail, I understand. And, well, that man, Vialva, and his able partner, Phillip, they're really going to have to pull out all the stops here this evening if they are to get this victory here for Barataria ball players. But excellent bowling there from Ferron and a good catch in the outfield from Mason.
Yeah, Mason is showing that he has a safe pair of hands. He took one at the backward square boundary. Now he is at long on, and he is continuing to display that he has a safe pair of hands. I'm sure he probably would have had some of his stamina energy at the Blue Waters drinks break. He is energized. He is ready to go. Glenora looking for the second victory of the North Zone T20. They are in a very good position.
Ascending position, a position of ascendancy at this time. But you know, it's the glorious game of uncertainties, and you know, just maybe a couple overs, I would say some lofted blows, maybe taking that run rate up, maybe to, I would say, over 2 of 20 odd runs, and Barataria ball players can get back into this.
Need to start from somewhere. They need boundaries. That's what they need. Marlon Phillip and Calvi Alva tasked with trying to build a partnership as well as keep the scoreboard ticking over, not just in singles, but to find the boundary. This has been a good over. 3 singles and a wicket.
And the over continues at a good stop there. So at the end of another wonderful over, 75 for the loss of 5 at the end of 11.
That brings us to the end of the 11th over, ladies and gentlemen. Barataria ball players 75 for the loss of 5 wickets in pursuit of 215 for victory.
Yeah, 75 for 5 it is at the 11th over. Real pressure situation here. Well, the new bowler is none other than Dianan Patrick, or Dio, as he's known. He is going to come into the attack. And I remember the last time he was into the action, you had a nice little jig. He was getting his move on, and you was giving him a nice rhythm to go at.
Oh, yes, indeed, man. You know, he's a senior player. He's a very experienced campaigner. And it's good to see that he's still fit and can, you know, match himself with some of the younger exploits. And this is wonderful to see. It's always good when we can mix youth with seniority.
Yeah, that is something that Gordon would enjoy. Doesn't enjoy that word old. He says experience, or as you alluded to, seniority.
Seniority. Yes, indeed.
So a good start here from Patrick. Just a single leg break bowler. So his field, backward point, sweeper. Well, in fact, yeah, backward point, sweeper. Another man who's coming up inside the circle, so it's extra cover. Backward point, sweeper, long off, long on, deep mid wicket, deep backward square, and a short fine.
As Diana Nigel Patrick rallies his troops, very confident around the wicket. And you know, he comes through at a rapid rate, but then the ball turns over so slow from his hand. Using that flight there, the batsman coming down, probably expecting that one to pitch on, not realizing the ball was way slower, so he could have only mustered it on the onside. Easy single. This is good experience bowling here from Patrick.
I like that. I like. Oh, he's looking to go across the line. Belatedly, umpire Cassie with the raised finger. Villalba is not happy, and Patrick, look at him go again.
Oh my goodness! I tell you, it's time to bring that jig. Just pull that jig out of the hat and go, Patrick, go. Once you get it, you never forget it. Go, Patrick, go. Oh, so wicket number 6 goes. And it's that man, Villalba. He's not happy. The umpire, though, he took his time with that decision.
Yeah, he had a long, hard look at it, umpire Cassie, and eventually judging Villalba to have been in front. LBW was the call. And look at him go.
Well, I tell you what, he's out there and he's probably listening to some Sambu drum, the Komuto lion, you know. He's probably hearing in his mind, Nandana Kutsi, you know. Oh my goodness. Are you a chutney fan, Kadir, enjoying some of the local flavors? You know, like relaxing home at maybe a...
I enjoy all, you know, to be honest.
Are you probably a Muhammad Rafi, a little Suhani Rat.
You quite familiar with these things, yeah?
Oh my goodness! When you're there, you know, you gotta enjoy it. So here's Patrick again. to this new batsman, and it's going to be Harbin.
Another one on offer. Bit of a overthrow. Yes. So we're back live here at the Digmartin Sporting Complex. A bit of a technical difficulty. We do apologize for that. 90 for 6 ball players. 12 and a half overs gone. Appeal going up. And another decision belated from the umpire. This time it was Doyle. Umpire Doyle with the raised finger. Philip, again, he is not happy. And Ferron strikes again. Ball players 90 for 7. I'm afraid it's slipping away.
Well, it's really slipping away now. And, you know, the agony continues for this team. And the batsman is not happy. He's a dejected campaigner. Let's have a look. There is... ooh. Yep. He had to go. You know, Ferron continued the vociferous appeal. And that man had to go. Well, here comes the new batsman. And it's going to be that man. Number 1. Ramdullah. Matthias Ramdullah. And what can he do to save his team from this peril? Barataria ball players needing another 125 for victory. And 90 for 7, and they continue to slump. But this is good cricket we're seeing here from the Glenora team.
Really good stuff from the Glenora boys. You know, they got that good score, that 215. The ball players were under pressure and they continue to stifle them with their good bowling. Ferron and company, the captain, Kenroy Williams, Sion Hacket, and even Patrick got into the act. He picked up a wicket as well. So they are looking for their second victory of this campaign.
So it's Matthias Ramdullah, the man with the turquoise pads. It's looking like a tourist there. Some turquoise pads.
Yeah, beautiful color.
Oh,
pads.
yes, indeed. Some of the waters of the Caribbean. But recently been spoiled with this seaweed, sargassum seaweed.
Yeah.
This one taken on the body. Yes, it seems to have the scientists throughout the world in a spot of bother because it's all over the Atlantic and now it's sailing into the Caribbean. And oh my goodness, it's really bad for tourism. But I'm sure that at the end of 13, 91 for 7.
Barataria's target 124 runs of their last 42 innings.
So it's 124 required from the remaining 7 overs. That's 42 deliveries at a run rate of just about 18 runs to the over. Is it gettable? Roll is gonna tell us if that is gettable.
Well, this one is head high. It's a full delivery. But as our fellow commentator, our good friend, our buddy would say, it's not impossible, but it's highly improbable.
I like that. I like that response. Very, very good response. Patrick, though, he's back for his second over. He is tossing up that ball. He's giving it some flight. Not afraid to give it some air. Harbin is on strike. He is on 12. This one is hit over cover. This one is going to be a boundary. This one is going to dribble into that offside boundary over extra cover. So,
and I like the confidence there exhibited by Mr. Patrick Dio. Once the ball is up in the air, he's catch, he shouts, and he's not concerned where it's going. All he's just interested with is, come on, guys, once it's in the air, it's a catch. Here he is once more. This one is a flatter hit, and that's protection by Nasipullah down there at long on the score. 97 now for 7. We enter over number 14.
Don't go all the way.
Haben, he's there, not out on 16. Ramdullah, but I think now it's really it's good night for Barataria ball players. You know, that run rate of 18 plus is really too much.
Falling short of Nasibullah at long off. Just a single. Yeah, I think it's really
It's
highly
curtains.
improbable. It's 97 for 7. The lower order
Yeah, man. Let it go,
in
yeah, man. Let it
now.
go, yeah, man.
And it's always difficult, you know, the batsman already back in the dugout. And
Not out.
the lower order having to struggle, so to speak, to at least save face. Haben, we know he's quite capable. Ramdullah, able-bodied partner. And this could be 6 runs. Just as we said, Ramdullah is quite capable. And the 100 comes up for Barataria ball players. So at the end of over number 14, the score 105 for 7.
Let's go now. Go soon. Yeah.
I'm trying to, no, boy, I'm sorry. Yeah, Jonathan. Left hander. I'm saying bowling, saying you bowling. Cut off the game.
Batsman. Right arm wrong too.
Sufian Hacket back into the attack. 105 for 7 after 14 overs. Ball players still require 110 for victory off the remaining 36 deliveries. Highly improbable. Ramdullah and Haben in the middle.
Well, Hacket, the dangerous Hacket, we saw him getting some a little attention a short while ago. Probably had a bit of cramps, but he's here to finish things off. And this one he's helped over long off. Shouts of 2. And 2 certainly on. And Haben and Ramdullah definitely making a fight. They're not giving up. They're not going and over. It's not over until it's over. And Haben and Ramdullah are really putting in the effort there for Barataria ball players. But still a 118 rather needed for victory still. Very difficult. 119?
108.
108.
Yeah, so still keeping the fire burning for the Barataria ball players. Hacket, though, he would be using this probably as an opportunity to get some overs under his belt. There is a lot of cricket to look forward to for these guys. Again, this one comes off the outside edge. Of course, there's a T20 festival that's happening now. There's the Dream 11 T10 blast that is upcoming. So, you know, some opportunity here for him to get some overs, get some repetitions in, and look forward to the remaining games.
What do you think of the T10 version of the game?
Well, it's really a hit or miss version of the game. You have no real chance to get a dot ball. You always have to keep going. Bowlers are always under pressure. And Hacket strikes full and straight. You miss, I hit. Ramdullah goes for 9 ball players. 108 for 8.
And just as I said it, He is the man given the task to come and finish things off. And that he's doing so excellent indeed. Glenora with their tails up now. And there he is again. The replay at the middle stump goes. And that man, he has to go. Well, it's curtains now. 108 for the loss of 8. Harbin, he is still there. And the new batsman is that Wilson. Spider. Spidey, that's the man himself. Spidey Wilson, the captain of this Barataria ball players team. Any relation to Spider-Man? Call him Spidey. He's a wonderful guy. You know all the nicknames. You know you're growing up and you have a nickname. So here's Williams just telling his guys, you know, come on guys, let's close things off.
Coming right arm over to you. 4 balls bowled.
Yeah, just got through Ramdullah before he could really get that bat down in time. You know, Hacket is a real difficult proposition to get away in these death overs. This one has just gone past wicketkeeper Julian 5 wide, so badly line delivery. But Roll, you know, he's difficult to get away in the death overs. He lands his Yorkers well. He has that change of pace, that off cutter, and I think the leg cutter he has done some work on. So difficult man to get away in the back end at the death overs.
Oh yes, certainly indeed. He has all the mechanicals right. And on this occasion, he just sprayed down the legs. I would think that's probably fatigue. But certainly this young man has all the technical and mechanical aspect of his bowling prowess down to a T. Really good, young, promising prospect. Sion Hacket. Certainly no slouch with the bat. And he's one to watch for the future. Yeah. So it's Barataria ball player as well. Probably need to take it back to the drawing board. It's not over till it's over. Again is Hacket piercing that off stump. Doesn't seem to be a man of many words. Just goes through his motion, gets it done, and backs into his field. That's professional, if you ever seen one.
Yeah.
So Wilson, not really doing much. I'm sure Wilson is at the toss. He said he would have preferred bowling, which he got, but 215, as you can see, Spidey Wilson just coming forward there. It's the 15th over being bowled, people. At the end of 15, the score 113 for the loss of 8.
Dane and Patrick to continue from the southern end. It's going to be bowling to Teron Habin. Patrick, though, is going to start his third over. 102 required from 30 deliveries.
One by a play now.
So 113. A long way off. 30 deliveries to get 102. 2 wickets left. And this one is Bissoon is the man. And look at the dance he's showing at the wicket. Oh my goodness. Well, now I'm sure he's dancing to some Rasika Dindial because he's really flowing there now. Oh my goodness, Matikul Knight. Well, folks, ninth wicket is down.
Yeah, caught on the second attempt there by Bisoon. Held on in the end. And that certainly had Patrick going.
Oh, yes. Well, on the House Speaker, it's the black man feeling to party by Stalin. And I tell you what, he is just doing it all. You know, he's just having a jig. But just one wicket. And the game's on for tomorrow. I understand 2 big games. The 2 o'clock game, I think it's Police versus Shannon.
Yeah.
And the 6:30 game, it's
Pool 9 versus Santa Cruz.
Pool 9. Oh, that's a big one. The likes of DM Bravo and Tion Webster is going to be on show. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's going to be a lovely Sunday. Come on down at the Diego Martin Sporting Complex. So this is the North Zone T20 tournament 2023. Just come on down, bring the family, and let's just have a great time. As this one is just winding down, literally. Patrick. Well, I tell you what, if he gets this wicket, oh my goodness, the party will start and never end. Oh my God, just as I mentioned it.
Line it up, line it up, line it up.
Yeah, 2 slips in. So he is looking to get that edge. Isaiah Kane is the new man. 2 slips, a backward point, sweeper, extra cover, mid off, mid on, mid wicket.
Stay low.
This one down the leg side.
Just line it up, just line it up.
Neferon Lord. Yeah, my apologies. Neferon Lord is the number 11. There's 2 number 11s on our team sheet. This one is up in the air. Nasi bowler with a safe pair of hands. And it's over. Look at Dio go. I'm going to turn this one over to roll when Dio starts going like this.
Well, I tell you. That's the man. He actually has gotten his 3rd wicket for the evening. And he's happy, a happy campaigner. And Glenora continue the 2nd victory in this year's tournament. A wonderful team. Tough luck going down here this evening for Barataria ball players. Lord, he is the not out man on not troubling the scorers, and Wilson had to go. 114 in 15.2 overs, all out. Barataria ball players.
Yeah, comprehensive victory by the Glenora team, and they have done it in style, winning this one by 101 runs. A huge victory, and a couple of their guest players really coming up trumps for them with bat. Leonardo Julian had an enterprising 71 right at the start, and then Sion Hacket finished with 89 not out, really giving that innings the impetus right throughout. That propelled them to 214, and they were able to defend that in the end. Patrick with 3 wickets in the back end. Sion Hacket, he picked up 2. Williams had 1 as well. And the bowlers really did well. So we have some of the highlights from the innings. It started with an LBW decision there. That was Lord. He went. Sween threatened for a short while. A couple of boundaries, 1 big over in that. Yeah, this one, Mason. Yeah, this one, he had 3 fours right at the start of the over. Bisoon, this one was hit right out of the ground by John. Another one that went out of here. But then Bisoon had the last laugh, getting one to stay low on the big man. Sween, he had to go bowl. He made 26. And at that stage is when the Glenora bowlers really came into their own. This was a Raho, well caught by Mason in the deep. Again, Bisoon the bowler. Bisoon again getting this man wrong. Von Brown. Yeah, he was caught out here, but good catch there by Mohammed, the young man. A well-judged catch. And then Ferron, he was into the action as well. Another good catch there by Mason.
Oh, excellent. Then that man Vialva, you know, a long stay there by the umpire. He started to run, and there we saw that man with his wonderful dancing exploits there, Uncle Patrick. Oh, they all came in Harbin and trying to go for some extra shots. And another one, and the umpire not afraid to extend those fingers. Was really taking his time this evening here, umpire Doyle. And then it was the Mr. Patrick show, getting wickets after wickets. This one up in the air, just out of the reach there of Nazibullah. It was the big six there hit by John. Excellent going. Came Hacket as he came in to just end things off, getting rid of the tail. Hacket getting that wicket there. Comprehensively bowled. And then Patrick continued.
Yes, man, yes!
Holding on comfortably on his second chance. To just ended things off there. Nazbullah taking that catch. And that was the innings. All out for 117. And that's the end of that Barataria ball players. Good outfit, excellent game here this evening. Wonderful indeed. But congratulations going out to Glenora, 214 for 4. Yeah. Kenrick Williams and company continuing to do a good job here for that team.
Yeah, and Glenora with their second victory of the tournament. 214 Barataria ball players all out for 114. Glenora getting victory by 101 runs. Yeah, comprehensively beaten, and it's really getting down to the business end of the tournament now. Both these teams now starting to play their second games, and tomorrow we have some good action that we have. So now we have the presentation. We're going downstairs for that.
Tonight's man of the match hamper is presented courtesy of Vemco, and our voucher is courtesy of our friends at Mario's. The presentation is going to be done by the chairman of the North Zone Cricket Council, Mr. Winston Sobers, for an excellent innings of 89 not out and 2 wickets. Tonight's man of the match, Sion Hacket.
Yeah, and Sian Hackett here just receiving his Man of the Match award, collecting his voucher from our good friends at Mario's Pizza. So, roll, game 7, done and dusted. We're looking forward to action tomorrow. Games 8 and 9. Tomorrow we have 2 games on. Tomorrow at 2 o'clock, it's Police versus Shannon. And then at 6:30, we have Pole 9 up against Santa Cruz.
Yes, indeed. 2 exciting games tomorrow. Both Police getting the better in their first game, and that team, they're going to be coming up against Shannon. And then later in the evening, we're going to see some really champions of champions there. Santa Cruz coming up against that other wonderful team. I tell you, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a wonderful evening here. Good, exciting cricket. My good friends, Gordon Pear and Kadir, Mr. Abbas. Excellent indeed. Looking forward to tomorrow's games. Best of luck to all the teams. Great job this evening here, Glenora. Kadir?
Yeah, and with that, That's all we have for you this afternoon. We look forward to 2 games tomorrow starting from 2 p.m. Join us then.
Listen. Seven.